Hey cuties, welcome back to another playthrough. We're finishing off the story of A Mystery Profound, Hell's Hot Paradise. Oh, sorry if I jumped in too soon there, but let's go ahead and see the rest of this amazing story. So let us hop right into the quest. Don't mind me as I open that up to do that beforehand. But yeah, we are going to finish off with episodes 4, 5, as well as the epilogue. No, episode 6 for the story. Let us hop right in. As usual, let me know how to sound this, and also recap. We got sent into hell, and now we're trying to get out. Daikoku has a plan to obtain some sort of bow, possibly related to Lord Enma, and we are trying to leave for that expedition, but a few things came up, and now here we are. We can't use our state effects, and drawing out this. That is some low poly background. This is my homeland of El Dorado. To be exact, it's the great fire of the afterlife that burns underneath it, Mictlan. Yo, on the arrival, welcome back. We are finishing off the story. Looking forward to the grand conclusion. I traveled here before with my brother Quetzalcoatl. It was a grand adventure to bring the flames of Mictlan back to the surface, to revive a fallen world and the deceased in it. Wait, Shalal backstory? I did not expect that. Let's see this. I was kind of like tuned out there for a second. Great Fire of Afterland, birds on it. So that's their form of the underworld, I suppose. And someone, I believe it was Oddly Arrival, who told me in chat that Shalal was some sort of a mediator between between the underworld and the overworld. Bring the world back to life. The model. Wait, this is the line. It was a ritual to bring the world back to life and model it after the sun's descent below the ground and return to the sky. We weaved among countless pitfalls and mouths leading to the abyss, and after overcoming peril, we found her flame. Sorry, I'm gonna screw up this word no matter how hard I try for the first time. Mictlan Tekutli, Lord of the Underworld, didn't like that. He sent an army to get back what was his. We weren't gonna let that keep us down, oh no. Not when we'd come so far. I was on defense, and my brother Quetzalcoatl, he took the fighting. Even when looking back now, I'm just so proud of our perfect teamwork. Well, I bet if my other brother Quetzalcoatl saw that, he'd be a little jealous. I probably chose the path of the bodyguard in Tokyo because that memory was still with me. A rare moment of pride for Charlotte. While I remember that well, what I remember most strongly is the sacred artifact my brother used. Those flaming serpents of turquoise. The rule of the sun's dragon, raining searing fire upon the surface. An oracle of faith among the worshippers is the sun blazing the land as it rises from under the ground. And this is its manifestation. Oh, how I admired him, and his strength, his determination not to let anyone stop us from returning home. He set ablaze everyone who would seek to stop the sun's return, and we made it back to the surface, fire in hand. The sun returned to El Dorado, and the people came back to life soon after. At last, life-giving fire had returned to the world. Yet with time, I learned that Quetzalcoatl was to leave her home of El Dorado. Ever since then, the question has not left my mind. Where did his secret artifact disappear to? The group has gathered at the inn's entrance to prepare for the journey to Enma's palace. Dr. Maniaki! Sartico! You're really not coming with us? I want to roll up my sleeves for my students. Really, I do. But without my eye, I'm afraid I'm not much of a fighter. So I figured that if I would just weigh you down, it would be wiser to stay and do what I can here. I may not be able to throw the best punches or knock out a bruiser without my sacred artifact, but Well, I may be able to help in other ways, so I'm listening to Hiko and his familiarity with the land to aid me there. Well, you heard the good doctor. I'm afraid we'll be settling this one out, but I know you can pull it off. After a strategy discussion, your group ends up splitting into 2 teams. One that stays and one that goes to Enma's palace. Alright, I get it. I'll do my best out there then. Oh, someone's motivated. Though sacred artifactless. Oh, well, true. I can't use, my own, but, well, I think I can use borrowed sacred artifacts here, so... Oh, shit. No, stop skipping. Sorry, nothing. Kind of went on a weird tangent there. Sorry about that, really. As we know from the previous episode, Shalala seems to have a borrowed artifact that you can actually use unlike everyone else. Don't worry about it. Besides, I've got good faith in you, Shalala. If I had to give you advice, it would be to be more confident. With Miyake's reassurance ringing in his ears, Shalala stands tall and announces his intent to do his best. Stay safe out there, Zhurong. I'm sorry to tell you this, but we really do need your strength. You got it, Sir Hiko! We're cornered for the both of us. Zhurong! He's coming with us, which is, honestly, slightly irresponsible, but he is the only one who actually has power here, besides Shalala. So Hiko ruffles Zhurong's hair and gives him one last reassuring pat on the back. Are you ready to go, my hero? Remember, you don't need to do this if you don't want to. Indeed. Imagine we'd still be able to pull this off even without you. So feel free to stay. Weren't you the one who invited us to Daikoku? Why, of course. I can't have you becoming damaged goods, you see. Oh? You think I'm simply worried about market value? Come now. You have me all wrong. As you 5 move to embark on your journey, Onamushi steps out to send you off. Do be careful out there. We'll be waiting for your safe return. Does Onamuchi not have any comments on the similarity to Daikoku? Your group nods, determined to return safe and sound. Enma's palace towers in the distance, awaiting your approach. As the other 3 see you off, you take your first step on your ordeal through hell. There they go. I do hope nothing happens to them. Well, all we can really do is wait and believe. I know them, though. I know they'll be fine. Alright. Oh, wait! I shall make Yubune the finest hot spring inn in all the town. Inuyaki and Onamuchi nod at Hiko's eagerness. With the variety of hot springs this inn possesses, how about you advertise them a little more? Oh, and let me teach you a bit about medicine. It'll come in handy when things get a little hairy, you see. Oh, sounds wonderful. Well, we've got the day's work cut out for us, so let's get to it. A mystery most profound, Hell's Hot Paradise. Episode 4, Lord Enma appears. I actually don't know who Lord Enma is supposed to be in this story. I don't remember seeing any Datamine sprite of him, so we'll see. Your group returns to Hell's Great River, home to many ogre. On the other side lies Enma's palace, standing as a glamorous jewel amidst a ruined wasteland. There, our destination. We'll have to cross the sunset to get it, though. But there were scary ogres the last time we went near it. Sneaking time. Hold it, you two. All of you. We got some real guts, I'll give you that, showing your faces back here. I ain't get away this time. Is it just me? Or is he way scared than last time? Like, this I wasn't really into before? G'day, kid. You get a gold star. Since he let you get away, I put Takamaru here through some real training from hell. The ogres have been watching over the ghosts piling stones on the riverbank start gathering around you. Horkeu Kamui may possess new fire powers, but their clear numerical advantage makes fighting a less attractive option. You think this is all we've got? I need you to be back, so I've made sure to call even more reinforcements. Special ones. Oh, you've got more coming. Well, we'll be leaving then. Laters. Suzuka, I thought it'd just be us. Excuse me? Bite your tongue. You're not gonna take me for a ride with those honeyed words, you hear me? But I guess I could hear your contact dates at least. Come on, give me your number. Okay. We're good. Alright, jailers, the stage is set for you all nice-like. Take it from here. Krampus? That'd be a surprise. I got Zhurong! And his surprise sprite. Hello? Something taking upload. Jeez. Oh, it's them again. Suzuka's excited announcement and grandiose staging usher in the jailer's appearance. They look familiar. Lord Enma. Actually, yeah, didn't he dress up as Lord Enma for Jiangxi night? Yeah, that's quite possibly him. Though honestly, was he featured in this event? I don't even remember if he was a feature unit. Yeah, you're right. Good guess on the rival. We'll see though. Honestly, I completely forgot about that. I mean, he referenced Lord Enma. I was like, okay, I don't know who that is, but sure, that's your costume. Hakumen's here to grace you with her presence once more. I'm sure you missed me, darlings. I don't know how to do the, you know, the oh-ho-ho-hos. What is this how you do it? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's like, I'm not entirely sure. So like that? It's a mystery. We were spanked by Lord Enma 100 times, and that's all because you had to go and escape on us. I'm going to catch you and make you suffer the humiliations we did down in the dungeon, even if it kills me. The two jailers under orders from Lord Enma capture you for one reason or another. Join the ogre surrounding you. Your bodyguard and your brother Fox's fiancé. So true. An unfortunate development. Looks like our path to Lord Enma won't be an easy one. If we can't pull something off here, a lot of us are on one-way trip to hell. Oh, we're already here. Didn't take you to make jokes, Daikoku. I'll buy you enough time to cross the river. When I see you have made it, I will follow suit. We're splitting up, since you had your episode ready, despite you not really having a backstory at all. Horkeu Kamui takes a resolute step forward, but Daikoku chastises him for fine. I believe, like, Horkeu Kamui passively mentioned his form of hell in Ainu, what's it called? Kamui Kotan, rather. But it was like, we didn't learn literally anything about it, so it's kind of disappointing to be honest. Cease your joking. This is completely different from when I drew the rabble off you. Not only do they have greater numbers now, but we face at least 4 of Hell's elites. No, and do not tell me that you think we can somehow defeat Lord Enma without you. They both make sense. The group needs to avoid being fully wiped out, but only despair awaits beyond that. There's no brilliant plan to be hatched from deep contemplation, and your foes show no signs of giving you that time regardless. Have a strategy meeting all you want. You're just going to get crushed in our sandals. Now then, ready for your humiliation? Because it's party time! On Hakumen's signal, the ogres all lunge at you. Behold my fidget spinners! I will allow you no ease of passage. I am my hero's sword, cutting open a path. I am my hero's shield, fending off the arrows of the enemy. As long as Horkeu Kamui draws breath, he shall not advance a step ahead. Horkeu Kamui wields his wheels of flame as though he has done all his life. Such is his combat skill. So those are the flames that Judge the guilty of our resident divester of clothing spoke of. Who cares about his flames or whatever? He'll fall if you surround him and crush him all the same. We have no choice but to fight. To leave him behind would bear us no merit. Hey! Quit me, Horkeu, you jerks! Take this! To reduce Horkeu Kami's burden, you end up fighting with everything and everyone rather than retreat. What's the Zhurong doing? I guess he has to take artifact so he can burn people alive. Unfortunately, when it comes to combat, numbers are what count. You may have only a single mighty warrior in your court, but the fight only grows more disadvantageous for you. Hurry up, Shalotl. We're all up the river without paddle at this rate. As the battle rages around him, Shalotl feels the power sleeping inside of him. The sacred artifact his brother used to wield. This was never mine to begin with. I don't know why it's in me now, but... I'm way more scared of losing everyone than I am of this thing. Stealing himself, Shalotl shoots his arm up to the heavens and cries out loud as he can. Oh, flaming serpents of turquoise! Grant me the power to save my friends! Hey, there he is! A number of immense serpents made of turquoise spawned from Shalal's arms and climbed towards the heavens. His yukata is replaced with a new garb, and a gleaming sun appears high in the sky. It really hasn't gotten any less scary. Still feels like I'll be offered as a sacrifice to that sun any minute now. That? It cannot be. Hell is in a state of permanent night. There can be no sun here. But in Shalal's hell, the sun is there due to a reputation, as we learned from the backstory very briefly. And that made the overworld angry or something. So we're saved. Get him, Shalal! The ground burns. Ow! Ow! Wait, the ground burns. Turquoise serpents continue to push the sun up, higher and higher. The higher it ascends, the more power you feel pulsing from Shalal and the serpents. Finally, the blazing sun assumes its position directly above you. The sun has reached its peak. I hope you're ready, because I won't forgive you for attacking my friends. Ooh. Everyone's really acting uncharacteristic here. In a good way. Not like out of character, but more so, character development. Very cool, Shalal. Even though it took you a hot minute. Thank you, PG Black. Yeah, it takes a second to load, but, it's faster here than on my phone, at least. I'm asking you surrender. Please, you don't want to mess with this sacred artifact. These serpents are meant to scorch the earth, and are natural enemies to those who live in the land beneath. If you don't give up now, you'll end up scorched nothingness. So please, come on! Shalal and his turquoise serpents turn the hopeless tides of battles around in the blink of an eye. Incredible, Shalal. You have that kind of power? Damn, my sword's so quiet. Well, go ahead. Slay me in one stroke. A jailer who can neither capture nor judge the guilty has no reason to live. One of the serpents opens its mouth wide at her, and Hakuin closes her eyes in acceptance of her fate. The chomp does not come, though. Hakuin timidly opens her eyes a moment later to see Shalal back in his normal form. Mr. Stockman. Oh yeah, they have a connection, duh. I'm so sorry. Just wait for me, okay? I swear, I'll save you. Hakuin stares blankly at Shalal, wondering what he could be talking about. You've turned off your power. Prepare to be. Hold it, Takamaru. We lost. Hell, we'd all be ash now if he felt like it. Yeah, but Shalal is pretty OP. Takamaru steps back like a disappointed puppy when Suzuka stops him. Listen. You keep going straight, and there's a natural hot spring that heals wounds. Visit before going to Lord Enma's palace. That leaves us even for your friend sparing us. No fun being crushed by Lord Enma, knowing that we owe you nothing. Throwing out one final barb, Tadatomo lands Hakuin on his shoulder, and the two of them quickly vanish. What are you gawking for? Don't you have somewhere to be? Go on, cross the river before I change my mind. Suzuka jerks her chin toward a boat on the water. It's a little banged up, but it looks like it will get the five of you across. Thanks. Suzuka, we'll save you. Because of that, Takamaru. What are you talking about? We're the ones people come to for help, pal. Well, whatever. Try not to get yourself killed out there. Lord Enma won't be nearly as nice as we are. Oh. With the ogres of Sanzu River behind you, you climb into the boat and cross the waters. Hoping to heal your wounds, your first destination is the hot spring along the way that Tadatomo told you about. Everybody loves their hot springs! Your group is silent on the road. Even a normally chatty and cheerful Zhurong has barely a peep to spare. No one is able to bring up Shalal's sudden sacred artifact use or the fact that he had kept quiet about it. Yeah, how about that? No one wants to bring it up? Okay. This produces an awkward air of silence that reigns over the group for a time. Everyone trying to hold back their yells over Shaladdle. Where was this in the last fight? I'm really sorry I didn't tell anyone. I could use a sacred artifact. Shaladdle, you're so cool out there, Shaladdle. Like even your clothes changed. It was like you transformed into a superhero. Indeed, the fact remains that you saved us all, Shaladdle. You must have had your own reason for keeping quiet. Recognizing Shaladdle's bravery and speaking out, the two back him up. I don't intend to pry into why you kept it from us, but do you mind me asking why you can use it in the first place? Oh, right, of course. You see, this sacred artifact is... well, it wasn't mine to begin with. Shaladdle glances your way while explaining how the sacred artifact was originally his brother's. Yo, that's us. So he's using Quetzalcoatl's sacred artifact right now? So this is kind of the first time we're seeing our own powers being used on the outside of ourselves. Although it didn't really look particularly us in terms of cutting rolls or something like that. I'm not sure what it entirely did. It seemed to have scorched the earth. When we came here and you told me this was the afterlife, now we can use our secret artifacts. Well, I saw that you're right and that I couldn't use my own. On the other hand, I felt someone else has come into me. I just had this feeling that I could borrow the power as long as I was in here in hell. Daikoku thoughtfully rubs his chin, then looks at Zhurong and Horkeu. My, that is fascinating. It does align with Horkeu borrowing his power from young Zhurong as well. Although it still means that the chances of being able to use our own sacred artifacts are quite low, unfortunately. So everyone's using powers now. Horkeu is using Zhurong's, Shaladdle's using Quetzalcoatl's, and Zhurong's is using... I don't know. The group reassures Shaladdle as he continues to profusely apologize, and before long, you make it to the hot spring Tatotoma spoke of. This is the hot spring that was used in Snow Fight. Well, this event came way before then. Now this is 7. An oasis in the desert of hell, huh? I'll reward Tatotoma when we're back. Yeah, what's up with the sky? It's like regular, non-hellish sky with trees. Indeed, I'm surprised there's even such a place here. Though, hidden as it is, we should be on our guard. Perhaps we should split into bathers and lookouts to make sure we are not caught unaware. If that's what we're doing, can I go there then first? With me? Oh, sing in front of everyone. Let's get to it, Shaladdle. The other three agree, and you head into the spring of Suzy ruins. Get in the water, because footpath means all these closed. Show me your tits. Sorry for pressuring my tits against you, and for you to join me. I just really wanted to talk with you alone, even if only for a little while. Now, about that power I used. With that, Shaladdle starts speaking on the topic he kept so quiet about on the road. You've probably already noticed, but the rule comes from Quetzalcoatl. The soul is inside of you. One day after coming to Tokyo, I noticed that your sacred artifact was inside of me. Huh. I don't know exactly when it was. Maybe it was the day I was to be offered up to the sun. Hiroshi will spend time with Tatotoma. Unfortunately, he's not featured in this event, so you'll just have to reread Valentine Jail or something. Even though I don't know when, but I do know that you left your power to me. Shaladdle slowly raises his right arm, revealing turquoise serpents wrapped around it. So even though the soul's inside us, we never actually got the sacred artifact, but I do believe we still have the rule, even if not the sacred artifact, which is kind of strange. I thought rules were tied to artifacts, not souls. Could I ask you then, why you did it? I'm worried, really. What if the reason you can't use your sacred artifact is that you gave me this power? I mean, even so, powers aside, Hey, I may not be Quetzalcoatl, but I'm sure you were important to him. Even if he knew, he would vanish for it. But he was going to sacrifice me as fuel for the new sun. And I ran away from the call. I couldn't do a thing for the people of my world. Hey, I think I heard this from Tsukaze Poka. After you disappeared, Quetzalcoatl suddenly called it all off. Maybe, just maybe, He called out the sacrifice so you'd come back? But the faith that demands sacrifice is the very pillar that holds up the world of El Dorado. It's true. To go against it means you would have to leave it. To leave her home. Wait, does that mean you... I mean my brother, Quetzalcoatl? Left the world just for my sake? He left me his power and disappeared? That means he ended up as a sacrifice anyway. All for my sake. And it's all my fault. Large tears are rolling down Charlotte's cheeks. Hey. Hug and pet him. Arthur! You gently caress him, waiting for him to stop wailing. Sorry for making you see that, Arthur. You see his shoulders still shaking as he wipes his eyes. Wow. I don't know why I took this power on for my brother, and how he truly felt, but... I'm going to bring us back to the surface and out of hell with it. Otherwise, I won't be able to look Quetzalcoatl in the face next time we meet. Alright, I'm motivated again. I'll do my best for my brother and to protect you and the others. From his smile and his declaration, you can tell the fog has cleared in his heart. You had made the lookout team wait a bit, while you let Shalotl have his cry, please, English. But after enjoying the spring a little more, you return to the others. Aye, Shalotl. Without much determination on display, I'm just as glad to have you on the team as Horkeu. Huh? Oh, wait! Don't tell me you heard all that? That's a bit rude, Daikoku. Oh no, you heard it too? You were really close by and you were crying and shouting really loudly, so... Seeing Daikoku's taunting grin, Jal goes red from ear to ear and tries to cover his face. Oh, that's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, but every word I said is true. I'm a bodyguard, and I'm guarding you all through our underworld trip. Aww, friends! Besties. Lord Enma, a group of interlopers will arrive before long. If you got our hands on the Wanderer's powers, Lord Enma, you'll shoot to the top of the 10 kings. Wanderers, huh? Yeah, it's definitely, Krampus. And it turns and leaves without bothering to answer his close attendants. And then a few words as usual. Tetsuax, see to the preparations for our guests. Roger. Oh, this time I'm gonna murder him. The two disappear into the darkness after Enma. The hour of the decisive battle draws near. Really? We're already going to episode 5. And we're gonna face Enma, but we're also gonna deal with the entirety of Zhurong and Daikoku's story. And Saruhiko is like, are they actually gonna help Saruhiko and Miyaki somehow, despite being 10 million miles away? Anyways, oh yeah, we're still in episode 4. Episode 4, part 2. I guess it's concluding here, Enma's story arc. You like how Shalotl treats us, unlike a lot of people, even his older brother. You mean like not obsessively, but also like most straightforwardly seeing us as ourselves rather than as her brother? Because, you know, it is pretty rare. Shalotl, you know, recognizes that we have the soul inside, but he never actually calls us his brother. He calls us, you know, Aerthin, and talks about Quetzalcoatl as if he's a third person, which is definitely a nice touch. Very rare for people who recognize their soul. What is with this BG background failing constantly? Sepia. There are 3 layers. The heavens of Takamagahara, the surface below under its control, and the underworld further down. It says Awakihara of Hyuga, the border between the surface and the underworld. It is on these plains in the old province that those revived from the underworld purify themselves, washing off the remnants of death before returning to the surface. It is also upon these plains that the Tenjin, heavenly deities of Takamagahara, descended after the Kuni Yuzuri, starting their rule of the newly seeded surface. The air is torture. The BG Black is a bit weird to fail. In this world, there were two primary forces. The aforementioned deities sworn to the goddess Amaterasu of Takamagahara, and the Kunitsukami, the gods of land, who ruled the surface beneath the clouds. Okinunushi was the lord of the Kunitsukami. Though he died, he was given his name and a new life by his ancestor Susano in Nenukuni, and reigned over the surface. Yet when he ceded the land to the Tenjin, he lost his dominion and was cast into the underworld once again. So he was the surface leader, but it seems the Tenjin. What are the Tenjin again? It's like, I think that's the Amaterasu is part of the Tenjin, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's that they are just like the residents of that place. And so they cast the ruler of the overworld into the underworld. To the Kunitsukami, this is a memory of humiliation. It is the moment they ceded supremacy and sovereignty to the Tenjin. The Kunitsukami under Okuninushi saw the Tenjin as nothing but a loathsome people, as a target for their ire. They believed themselves to only be lending them dominion over the land. Many Kunitsukami believed the time of their return as masters of the land would come. Yet among Okinunushi's subordinates was one who volunteered himself to be a guide to their new masters, the Tenjin. Is this going to be Sato Tohiko? Sato Tohiko, there it is. Though a sworn servant to Okuninushi, he chose to aid the Tenjin. 3 types of kami, huh? We're gonna get another oddly lord. Looking forward to it. No one knew why Sato Tohiko did such a thing. His action surprised everyone. Because he met us before he had his new eyes, we got to know us first, but before he knew. Yeah, that's true. So it's nice that, you know, his first impression of us took precedence over his original memory of our soul. Thus began rumors. Some said he simply betrayed his master, while others say he was disappointed. Ill words of Sato Tohiko spread like wildfire, yet he said nothing in return. To the mystery of all, however, they say that Okuninushi never showed any hatred or ill will to his former servant. For Okununushi's part, they say that he had another name before falling into the underworld. Onamuchi no Mikoto, noble of the Great Abyss. So he had been called before falling into the hole that led to Nenokuni of the other side. Such as was the man long before he lost his grand position to Amaterasu and the Tenjin, before he knew hatred. Okay, so we confirm Onamuchi when he ruled over the overworld, and then he was thrown down into the underworld and became Okuninushi. And then he became Daikoku to hide his identity by, what's it called? Fusing / reverse shadowing with Macaque. And he hides his identity in that way so that he has a chance to usurp them, because under his name of Okuninushi, he could never actually usurp Amaterasu. I see. Such was a man long before he lost his grand position to Amaterasu and Tenjin, before he knew hatred. Onamuchi and Okuninushi Overworld. That's an interesting sprite. I've never seen this before. Then back to the underworld. Onamuchi, then Okuninushi, then back to the underworld as Okuninushi again. Did he start as from the underworld? I don't even know. Okay, what is this sprite supposed to be, please? What is it showing? I wonder if they're right. Oh, I do hope Zhurong isn't crying. Did somebody could just get deleted by Miyake? I'm sure they're fine. Besides, it's probably Shalal who's doing the crying. Yeah, I think Sato Tohiko is supposed to be there, but he kind of died. He fucking died. Sato Tohiko and Miyake's thought drift out to the other members as they do work around the end. I hope he loads properly eventually. Miyake, Sato Don't worry, I'm Sarutohiko now. That's why you don't see me, because Sarutohiko's the MC now. Matsukami, the heavenly god, Tsukami, the earthly gods, and Yao Yodozu no Kami, the countless gods. Jesus. But of course, Onomichi no Mikoto. Just leave it to your loyal subject that is not actually here, Sarutohiko. Oh wait, cursed square. Goodness, look at all this activity. I cannot thank you two enough. Oh, nonsense. I hardly did a thing. There's someone else you should save your thanks for. Sarutohiko here. Summary here. I hear he put in a lot of work helping out at the bathhouse back in Tokyo too. Sarutohiko grimaces in the face of such praise. They need to tell us this because we can't see him. Well, I'm a bit of a hooligan myself. This is more or less all I can do. Man, what is this? Fucking Sarutohiko cannot catch a break. Hooligan, you say? Come to think of it, you attended Umamichi Academy back in Tokyo, yes? It's got a bit of a reputation for delinquency. What the fuck is... Sarutohiko has transcended his form as a servant and has become a god of the, what's called, Takamagahara himself. What the fuck is this? Long ago, I did something I quite regret and have been on the twisted side since. You're so honest and such hard working that I have a bit of a hard time believing it. Well, we all have our pasts. We all have our issues. Besides, Master Onuchi, I believe I owe you at least this much. It's fucking like everyone just collectively deleted their memory of Sarutohiko, and that's like they're having like an experience where they're remembering him, but they can't remember his face, only everything around him. Me? Do you mean for taking you in while you're lost in hell? Jeez. For a variety of reasons, though I think having me around will be more trouble than anything. I'm not being modest either. I don't have the best reputation, you see. Though I'm always afraid that will reflect badly on the end. I can't take it seriously. Oh my god. Well, I had a rather poor reputation in the bathhouse I used to work at too. Get that punk out of here, they would say. So even if I do return to living, going back to Tokyo feels rather awkward. My poor old boss was nice enough to hire me to work at his bathhouse, but I find myself worrying that I'm nothing but a bother to him. Sarutohiko self-consciously lowers his gaze as his voice begins to waver a little. I feel like I'm barely helping the others get back to Tokyo too. I don't quite have anywhere I belong, so... Master Onomichi, if it comes down to it, don't be too surprised if I decide to stay here, alright? You can just keep me around until our customers get so sick of me you have to kick me out, so... please. Macaque and Onomichi exchange glances at Sarutohiko's suggestion that he might not return to Tokyo. I'd certainly be glad if you chose to stay with me, Sarutohiko. But is that truly what you want? Have you spoken with this boss of yours? Did he truly say that you were in the way? Well, I do not know your former employer, nor do I know how you used to work. However, as for myself, I will not choose who I resent based on what someone else had said. From here on out, no matter how difficult it may be, I shall choose my own path. I'm fond of you, Sarutohiko. You mean so well, and you have worked so hard for this inn, despite not having a face at all. I'm sure you have troubles, and I'm sure there is a side of you that I do not know. Yet still. Truly, I think it's a blessing that we met, and I do hope you remember that going forward. Because I will not forget these feelings myself, not for the rest of my life. Master Okuninushi! Okuninushi? Oh, well, you see, never mind. He's alright, Sarutohiko. You should just go back to the surface with us. Wait, is that what he said? He didn't really directly say go back. Whatever. In fact, it's after the adventure here in Hell that your guidance will be particularly useful to everyone. Wait, what? What are you talking about, Doctor? It almost sounds like you've experienced that before. Like you've seen the future or something of the sort. Well, that's kind of what he does. I'm not sure if he's a future visitor or not, but he definitely has some sort of foresight. And that's not entirely off the mark. The structure of this place has finally come into view. Or rather, what it's all about. Let me go off on a little tangent. According to another transient, this eye of mine isn't really mine. It belongs to another being named Virupaxa. Over time, though, I started using it and treating it as if it were mine. As if it had always been mine. We have plenty of folks like that in Tokyo, don't we? When it comes to app users being granted sacred artifacts. Yeah, Yodoku no Kami means 8 million gods, but that's just the phrase meaning infinite gods. I see it, so it's just like a big number that doesn't have an indefinite amount. These powers have essentially come down from us on high, and are things we have not expended a hint of effort for, yet we treat them as our birthright after a bit of use. That's why I felt at such a loss when I couldn't use it anymore. Why? I thought, why do I not use my own ability? I've had it. I've always had it. I was wrong, though. Oh, how dead wrong I was down here. See, in Hell, you can't use your sacred artifact unless you believe it to be borrowed from someone else. Is he saying he can use this now? It isn't just sacred artifacts either, isn't it? Our human bodies are much different. They were given to us by the world, not of our own will. Ooh, Miniaki, like waxing philosophy here. That's the face that fills this realm. Everything we have since birth is borrowed. So there you go. What are you talking about, Doctor? Can you break it down for me so I can Before we can finish, or Miniaki can answer, I guess calls to Saruhiko. Excuse me. Sorry, it's just that there's so many hot springs that I don't think I can dip in all of them. Any recommendations? This is right by Saruhiko. What is this? This doesn't even look like it would fit his entire frame. What is this? Oh, sure thing. I'll be right with you. Just hold on for a moment. You like how it's always different too? Yeah, I don't understand why. Well, I hope Harrison and the others manage to pull their job off. I'll be a bit of a Kuni Yuzuri, or a toppling of Hell's absolute ruler. As for what comes after their success, I see. So I think he can see the future now, or in very least the near future, because it seems like his artifact may be working because of his re-realization. You and the others make it to Enma's palace without much issue. So, this is Enma's palace. This castle was not part of the underworld, I remember. This Lord Enma was not the ruler of Hell either. This land seems to have become as America as I expected. Yeah, it's an amalgam of underworlds. If the one behind it all is awakenage, I imagine it because of all the fates it took into itself. Whatever the cause, it matters not. Not for now. Let us proceed. So this is Lord Enma's palace, huh? Careful now. Careful! Hey! Lord Enma! Get out here! So you finally decided to show your faces. How long Lord Enma has awaited you? Lord Enma, they're here! They're ready for you to beat them down! Away from the back emerges the Lord Enma of whom they speak, touching the chains of the guard dog of the underworld. Cerberus? No, it's Skarmer. Krampus? Just you? And Skarmer too. Lord Enma, or rather Krampus, seems utterly surprised to see you. Does he actually recognize us? There's no way he actually recognizes us. Like, no one else recognizes what Lord Enma does. His mouth opens and closes like a fish out of water as he attempts to communicate something to you and you alone. Okay, so that's... Hey! You've gotta help me! I just woke up and people start futzing over me and call me Lord Enma. What are you waiting for, Lord Enma? You've got so much power that is yours for the taking! You don't know how long I've been waiting for this. Everything that Lupin did to me, I'm paying back double. Gather, beat them! Get headbats from Master! Poor Krampus. His attendants and guard dog are out for blood, and your party is similarly ready for combat. My blood is boiling over as well, I'm afraid. I do not think I would be treated so poorly. Not here. I've never seen the throne, and I don't have any particular feelings against it. But I'm afraid I'm going to take my frustrations out on it. Hey, wait! Stop! My apologies, but we are returning to the surface. I'll need you to go to sleep for that to happen. Sorry, but we really got to look for a lead around here that might help us. The two of you use the rules was Horkeu conjuring up flaming fidget spinners, and Shalal using his turquoise serpents. Help! How does Krampus sound like again? I have to remember. Something rough. Anyway, that was part 2. Is there an after battle? There is. I was hoping to go back and try to load the sprites manually for Saru to Hiko. I mean, they loaded fine in the beginning of this playthrough, I believe. So it's weird that he just failed for episode 4, part 2. But yeah, we'll try to go back and see the sprites after to preload them, if that would work or not. Fucking BG Battle Hot Paradise not working. That wave. Because the fierce battle rages all around. You and Krampus are play fighting and playing it up. Hey, what do we do? They're fighting for real. Fighting to kill. Even I would die if I get caught in the crossfire there. Then you've got to save me. Let's keep this back and forth going, and wait for your side to lose. Oh, damn, you're so strong, Lord Enma. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Listen, this isn't a show. Crush that upstart like a grape, Lord Enma. With your strength, you can do it in the blink of an eye. Krampus immediately unleashes the actor inside him with Tetsuaki's encouragement. Oh yeah, he did do a bit of acting during Jiangxi night. Calm yourself. I am simply playing with these, with a swarm while I wait for you to slay the rest of them. That is, unless you expect me to do your job too. Oh no, Your Majesty. We can handle this ourselves. I'll bring you their heads on a silver platter right away. That was worthy of an Oscar. Horkeu Kamui save me. What do I do? Lord is gonna take everything out if I don't go help. Look away and Garno bite. Hey, get away! Get away! The combatants are too absorbed in their intense battle to see just how much of a forest your fighting is. You begin to believe that within a few more minutes, your party will have won, and relief starts to settle in. A moment later, an accident happens. You proved rather entertaining. How about this then? Huh? Krampus trips while acting out an attack, and his fierce claws slash down towards your heart. Arthur, look out! Please! Ouch! Saying that, Zhurong lets out an ear-splitting scream. No! Stop it! No, Zhurong! As of answering his cry, the camera hanging off of Zhurong's chest glows in a rainbow of colors. Yeah? Yeah? Did they just get deleted? The instant before Krampus's claws pierce your chest, there's a series of loud clicks as the camera automatically takes a flurry of photos. Incredibly bright flashes fill the room, forcing everyone to close their eyes. When they open them again, Krampus and his warriors are gone without a trace, as if spirited away. Deleted! I can think of gods that's not worshipped, but they're still there. I see. What happened? Did you run away? Seeing spots. What just happened? They just vanished. Horkeu Kamui tilts his head. It looks like he doesn't know what happened either. Well, this works for us, does it not? So let's try and find what we're looking for. Sure. We were searching for a boat or something, right? Leave it to me. Zhurong runs off to the palace ahead of everyone. Fierce boy that he is, Zhurong has run off on his own before, but everyone can see how strange his behavior is this time. Zhurong, wait! We haven't made sure the palace is safe yet. You can't run off alone. Paying Horkeu Kami's cries no mind, Zhurong disappears into the halls. Charlotte, Daikoku, please take care of my hero. I'm going after Zhurong. Worried about the boy. Horkeu Kami dashes into the palace halls after Zhurong, hoping to make him into a hero too, leaving the three of you behind. I'm sure we can leave the lad to him while we start searching. Yeah, let's stick together because this really seems like the kind of place where a ghost or something would pop out. What are you babbling about? Are we not in essence ghosts ourselves? Daikoku's sense of humor is a bit pointed here, I like it. Daikoku flings open every door in the hall, and Shuttle lets out a little scream each time. Searching alongside them, you eventually find the bow with baffling ease in the treasure vault. You then return to the entrance and wait until eventually Zhurong and Horkeu Kami show up. Glad you could catch up with them. Zhurong still seems off. He hardly reacts when you mention the bow. These three sacred artifacts display one's radiance of the throne and serve as proof of Hell's ruler. They are the rule given to a certain someone named Okununushi by his ancestor Susano in times past to help him return to the surface. To my chagrin, though, the bow fits perfectly in these hands, even though I have never called myself Okununushi. I never have, and yet use this. A borrowed sacred artifact, yet a usable one. Your clothes have changed too? We can use this to get back, right? I thought I would not be able to use this bow. As I predicted after hearing Shalal speak of his own secret artifact, it seems I can indeed use it, even though I'm not its true master. He aims at the wall and pulls the strings back, and when he releases it, the bow launches a radiant arrow which flies true. All that remains is to use this bow to send everyone trapped in this world back to the land of the living. Only the dead can truly remain in the underworld after all. I imagine this world will fall apart soon after. Can we really go home? Is this really our way out? But where did Krampus and the others... Alright, I've secured a way out, but haven't done a thing to unravel the mystery itself. Oh, so he's interested in the mystery too. He's not just here to backstab, he actually wants to know what's happening. Sinking into his role as police chief, Daikoku replays the incident and said, who or what exactly is the being that caused all of this in the first place? This dark, bubbly awakage. Why did we end up in this battle zone? This recreation of Nen no Kuni after it sapped all our vitality? What was Awakege's motivation? Why can we not use our sacred artifacts in this space? Awakege's true identity, its motives, and this created space all share some elements in common. Corruption. The culprit has sought corruption and filth, and has chosen Nen no Kuni as our stage. Let the corrupt go. It is the poor man who seeks money, the one who seeks corruption. Would be a poor soul. A pure soul. Is he saying someone is seeking to be corrupted? Well, I suppose it's about time for the climax. And what better stage than a town of hot springs, where one purifies body and mind? I don't think I'll play the part of the detective pointing out our villain, though. We need someone else for the role. Now, it should be Macaque. He surprisingly took the role of the detective in this case. The private eye, if you will. Like Daikoku said, all that's left to do now is to send the dead back to Tokyo with his bow. Relief settles over the group. At last, this journey through hell will come to an end. But will we be able to recover Saru Chihiko's body? No one imagines that the truth behind this mystery will tear through their veil of ignorance and bare its fangs. Not even Daikoku, huh? Rest in peace, Krampus. What did Zhurong mean by this? Okay, we are gonna quickly back out and attempt to save Saru Chihiko back from the dead. Where is he? Sarutahiko. That bulge. Sprite is working. Actually, his 3-star needs work. Please show me all the sprites. You're working fine, right? You're alive? Sarutahiko, please don't die again. Jeez. Alright, we are going to be finishing off episode 5 now. Let's do this. I think BG Black. Someone once said that, no matter who you are, life always starts and ends the same. You are born with nothing and will die with nothing. Tokyo is a diverse city with a variety of people. Angels, demons, ogres, merfolk, cyborgs, and more dwell under its roofs. Atop their unique traits, such as wings, scales, or mechanical bodies, many were given a variety of roles, and to complement these roles, they had rules. Yet to hear our philosophers say it, all have nothing before their birth. They are all colorless, filled more than pure innocent light. That light finds its vessel, the body, and thus begins life. For life, everyone meets those who have been given that which they have not. Take one who cannot fly, for example. They may yearn for wings. One with an imposing visage may yearn for the gracefulness they see in others. Sometimes a part of themselves they might detest may be looked at by others with envious, yearning eyes. Everyone desires and is desired, learns and laments, comes to know admiration and envy. They gain all sorts of colorful emotions as they grow into something different, something unique. That which is pure and unstained is dyed in countless colors. Dyed in countless colors. If one thinks of that as selling one's purity, then indeed to live is to be dirtied, to be corrupted. Yet, what if there were a being incapable of being corrupted? What if someone was granted such a power? A being given the rule of staying innocent and pure, like before its birth. You're not telling me that Zhurong is actually, like, birthright is supposed to be pure even from, like, a lore perspective? That'd be funny. What would such a being desire? What would such a being wish for? Zhurong! The being desired that which was not granted to him. Yearning for the varieties of color he lacked, he lost himself in gathering and collecting them. With no idea that his actions were, in essence, taking away life. A mystery most profound. Hell's Hot Paradise. Final episode. Zhurong's secret. Guess we never found them, huh? Where did Krampus and the others end up? Well, for now, how about we head back to the inn? Hey! Wait! I'm gonna take a quick photo of this place before we go! Casually deletes streamer people. It'll always be when you're taking photos, Zhurong. You look at everything with such innocent eyes. Does Daikoku have an inkling here? Nano Kuni is like a dumping ground for sin and corruption. Personally, the less I see of everything here, the better. Yet you look at everything with such passion, such fascination, not simply as a pit of despair. You were like this when you came to the station to take photos and interview me too. I'd rather understand if you acted that way toward the special rather than the mundane. You're simply too pure. Too pure for this world, Zhurong! You're too cute! To everything and everyone. You're too much of good to Zhurong. I see. So he was actually specifically designed to be too cute and too pure. Oh my god, no wonder Zhurong's so good! I wish to know. What does this world look like to you?
I don't know if I understand the question, but everything looks really bright and shiny to me. Just looking at it makes me so jealous I could cry, and I really want to capture the moment with my camera.
Do you mean to tell me, little Zhurong, that I am of one of those shiny things? Is that jealousy not a cliche to be deployed by one of the filthy old generation, such as myself, to a youth with a bright future, bursting with possibility?
No, I know that there's no way I could ever be like you. I don't really get it, but I think that's why I'm jealous of you. I want to be like you, but I know I can't. So I at least want to take a photo that I can hold on to.
Zhurong readies his camera, his voice taking on a tone of desperate plea.
Can I take a picture, Mr. Daikoku? Just, no?
Zhurong starts to request his photo as expected, but seems to have second thoughts and trails off. Sorry, but I'm afraid I'll have to refuse. There's this old superstition, you see. Perhaps you've heard of it. The folks of old used to believe that to have your photograph taken was to have your soul taken with it.
Huh?
Down here in Nanukuni, why, we're nothing but souls. To lose them would be to lose our entire being and vanish.
Vanish? You mean like what just happened in there?
Precisely. Just like that. Zhurong? You seem kind of shocked. Daikoku, what did he say to him? Just an old joke that's long lost its humor. He didn't find it too funny, that's all. Sorry, Zhurong.
That's okay. Yeah. Let's head back.
This is the place, right? Sure, it's crowded. It should be the right place, but what in the world happened during the brief time we were away? Hopefully Saruchika lives. The group comes to a stop in front of the inn. It's busy, you think you have the wrong place at first. For a few moments, the three of you left behind come wading through the line. Saruchika, show yourself! He's alive! We did it, boys! Saruchika's back to life. He got isekai'd. Oh, welcome back! Oh, it looks like things went well. Welcome back. At full face, you'd be able to pull it off. I'm so glad you all made it back safely. Come on inside. You must be tired. Look at this crowd. What magic did you all work? You're the real MVP here. Oh, you see, this is all thanks to Saruchika and Miniaki. Oh, no need to be so modest. This was all due to your single-minded passion. You'll learn with incredible speed too. I'd only set out to teach you some easy ways to deal with possible accidents in hot spring, but you picked everything up so quickly that I ended up teaching you medical knowledge you didn't even need. My Ian was back. Both group explains what they had accomplished, so I separated. Noticing that Zhurong is staying out of this conversation and looking around. Oh, Zhurong, no! Saruchika calls to them. Really, Zhurong? You should be proud that you went with them at all. It's incredible such an adventure didn't scare you away. Not everyone would do that, you know. Why, the average person would be wailing and screaming about the afterlife.
Yeah. Thanks, Saruchika, but, well,
Saruchika notices something off about Zhurong's behavior. Zhurong? What's the matter? He seemed so down. Oh, don't tell me you're feeling bad about not winning any glory. That's nothing to worry about. Look at me. I wasn't even there. Saruchika jabs at himself for being unable to help in the critical fight with Zhurong. I've always been like this. Never there when it's truly important. I really am a bit of a joke. I always wonder if there's something else I can do. And when I'm finished wondering, it's all too late. I stick my nose in this after the fact, making people point and jeer from behind. Just thinking about what it was like before I came to Tokyo makes me want to die from embarrassment. It's like the regrets just stuck to me and refused to melt off.
What it was like before you came to Tokyo?
Yeah? What's the matter, Zhurong? Saruhiko tries to cheer Zhurong up, but the boy still seems to have something weighing heavily on his mind. Hey, what's the matter with Zhurong? Was it something I said? He was like this all the way back. I'm a little worried myself. I would like to talk a bit about that, actually. And Macaque, I'd like to hear your opinion as well. Ooh, the old men are conniving. Carry out the protagonist should have a gun. Okay, sure. I don't know what it's about. You, Daikoku, Saruhiko, and Macaque gather in the hallway a short distance away from a large room. Guns aren't quite as strong in this game of Tokyo just because, you know, everything needs to be within battle zone anyways. So everything has to be fairly short range. Unless it's some sort of like weird event like this. Oh, it's the same hallway. We had a little confrontation in there. So, Macaque, I'm off the suspect list. I'm not off the suspect list yet. How long are you going to hold that over me? I've said it once and I'll say it again. Very sorry for what I did. A simple joke, that's all. We're going to delve into heavy topics, so I wanted to break the ice a little. Macaque gave Daikoku a resentful look while trying to hurry the discussion along. First, Daikoku explains the disappearance of Krampus, Babylon, and Tetsuox during the battle at Enma's palace. He also mentions that Shadalo was, for some reason, able to use his borrowed sacred artifact and rule. I see what you're leading up to. You think it's strange that Zhurong can use those flames of his with his own rule, right? Macaque quickly picks up on what Daikoku is trying to say. Saruhiko, on the other hand, is staring blankly at both of them. He then turns to you, hoping you are just as lost and confused as he is. So, is the implication that Zhurong didn't actually borrow his rule, he was lying about it? Come on, out with it! Well, I don't want to act surprised, knowledgeable in that, so let's just be dumb like with Saruhiko. As far as you know, everyone in this space has been stripped of their rules. That's why none of us can use our secret artifacts. We do know of a way around it, though. It looks like we can use borrowed power. Much like how Horkeu Kami's flame powers are borrowed from Zhurong. When Babylon attacked you as one of Lord Enma's lieutenants, she used a completely different power too. I don't think we'd be able to use just any borrowed power, though. I can hardly imagine being able to use your sword, for instance. Power likely has to be conferred permanently and wholeheartedly, or the user has to resign themselves to the idea that it was never theirs to begin with. Or... So, those examples there. Conferred permanently, that's the case of Quetzalcoatl. In the case of resigning themselves permanently to the idea that it was never theirs to begin with, that would be Daikoku using, what's called Onamuchi's bow. Or Okunumushi's bow. No, that's not what's important. If it were, we'd have to wonder who Zhurong got his flame rule from, right? Ah, Macaque. I do believe I see what you're leading into. I cannot follow this at all. You're talking about Zhurong, but what are you trying to say about him? Nice my tea. It's normal water, but it's getting much like a tea session right now. Macaque returns to Saruhiko's pleading gaze with silence. What? Come on! If you're going to keep quiet, then why say anything to begin with? The look on Macaque's face shows that he's made up his mind. He steels himself and begins voicing his deduction. Alright, Private Eye, lay it all down. Very well. Let's get into it. Saruhiko gulps and waits up with bated breath, as if expecting Macaque to say something completely mind-boggling. The one behind all of this just might be Zhurong. Saruhiko's eyes grow wide and his mouth falls wide open. He obviously realizes this is no laughing matter. Huh? What? What are you talking about? That makes no sense! There's simply no way! Saruhiko's voice rises with his emotions. Macaque gives him an uncomfortable look. What he's about to say isn't easy for him. Let's take it from the top. Everyone who has attacked us so far has done so with borrowed power. Something someone else has given them. We can imagine then that they were given these powers by the ones pulling the strings, right? No problem so far. Dr. Tomo and the others were like that. They didn't use their own rules. Rules and rules come as a set. No one can survive after imparting theirs to another. That set is living itself, you see. Especially for those who have formed contracts with the app. That's just how it is. Which means the roles and rules our culprit passed out have to have been stolen from others. We can assume then that they have the power to steal rules and roles, and then transfer them elsewhere. It may not even be transference, but duplication. The ability to create an illusory double rather than close to the original. Of course, we didn't get bogged down in fine details. After all, we've seen this power at work before our very eyes, haven't we? Wait, you mean when Zhurong lent his power to Horkeu Kamui? Then what about in Enma's palace? Krampus and the others up and vanished. How do you explain that? I don't have a clear answer for you there. Not yet, anyway. It did look to my eyes as, like they were... It did look to my eyes like they were stuck into Zhurong's camera, though. It's likely that his camera is a sacred artifact, and that it absorbs rules and rules. Those three had the new rules and rules given to them stripped away again, and thus vanished. A painful look comes over Sarutohiko as he sees where the deduction is going. See, back in Tokyo, I looked into what became of my students after a weekend attacked them. They were quite literally empty. It was like everything had been plucked out of them, leaving them hollow. That's not what happens to people when they die, not normally. Something is always left behind, even if it's just a speck. Sarutohiko covers his ears, whispering again and again for Miyaki to stop. Then ages passed. When photographs were new, the superstitious believed that to have your picture taken is to lose your soul. Many such superstitions and urban legends survive to this day, do they not? No way. There has to be some kind of mistake. Oh, even if Zhurong had that sort of power, that does not mean he's responsible for all this. Look at how young he is, too. What kind of madman would look at him like as a criminal mastermind? No matter what kind of power he's got, the poor kid probably doesn't Sarutohiko realizes something mid-sentence, and a look of despair comes over his face. I'm not saying Zhurong did this willingly. I don't think he did. Even if the scale we're witnessing is unheard of, it's common for rules to unconsciously manifest themselves and run wild. Hey, wait a second. If this is all from Zhurong's rule, won't turning off the app solve it? Well, there have been cases in Tokyo where one's rules remain active, even outside of battle zones. This is the case for the old ones, which... Well, let's just say I have an inkling because of some annoying people. Take the teleportation ability members of a certain world have, or artificially constructed battle zones, for instance. Since we don't know what exactly will nullify his power, I cannot imagine that idea has much chance of working. Sarutohiko hangs his head after struggling to come up with a rebuttal and failing. Yeah, if it had managed to affect all of Tokyo with no sign of any sort of wall being made around it, then it's most likely someone from the old ones or from some other world that has an exception to the rules. That works out of battle zones. Zhurong must have entered his thoughts as he starts tearing up a little. Hey, can't we just pretend not to know any of this and go back into Tokyo? Can we not have a happy ending? The poor lad knew this. His heart would simply break. Miyaki apologetically hands Sarutohiko a handkerchief. I'd love to, believe me, but I think we should let him know, to stop this from happening again in the future. Little by little, as gently as we can, to ease any shock he might feel. No, he's watching! Oh no, he's watching! No! Zhurong, no! No, come back, Zhurong! Oh no, Zhurong! Right then, you hear the sound of something falling on the floor nearby. You turn to see a bucket and other hot spring items scattered on the floor, and the back of a small, familiar-looking figure running off. No, Zhurong! Oh, he heard us. Shit! Was he crying? Oh no. I don't know how much of it he heard, but this wasn't how I wanted him to find out. I'm worried about the poor kid. Come on, let's hurry after him. Yo, Lynn, welcome back. And yeah, you did this out of Tomo.
No, Zhurong!
The group immediately springs into action, running out of the inn and after Zhurong. They quickly catch up to him. Even Saruto Kiko has no idea what to say, and he watches quietly as Zhurong continues to cry.
Oh no! 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 Hey! Would it just be better if everyone if I just disappeared?
Tears roll down the young Tarian's cheeks as he finally manages to speak up, and his words are too painful to hear. Listen to yourself, Zhurong. What good would that do? We'd all cry if you vanished on us. Please, I beg of you, don't talk like that. It's too much. He's right. Let's go home together. Everyone's waiting for you in Tokyo.
Stay away from me!
Zhurong screams back at you. Vines, darkness, and ice sprawl all around him, keeping you all at bay. Oh, that's like Shalotls and Daikokus and Horkeu copies. Oh my god, no!
I can't go back. I don't have anywhere to go back to. It's not like I was even Zhurong to begin with.
Wait, what? What do you mean by?
See, I finally remembered. I remembered everything. I remembered what I came to Tokyo for and what I wanted. I had nothing. Not a thing to call my own. I had no body, no real self or mind. I was mostly just light and nothing more. My body, my pain. I stole over the real Zhurong.
His tear-filled words sent shocks and confusion through your group.
I came to Tokyo as no more than a splash of color, with no consciousness. That's when I find Zhurong. It also just shown up. I absorbed him with the power you were talking about, and then took his place.
As Zhurong's emotions intensify, so does the expression of his rule. Flames, quakes, and lightning burst around him. Flames, quakes, and those are like artifacts I don't even recognize at this point. Zhurong, you have to calm down and get to him. Why is that kid standing in the middle of the street crying? What happened? This kid's crying up a storm. Reckon he'll like one of the treats I've got on me. Oh, rest in peace. Some ogres notice the commotion and approach, but the moment they step near Zhurong, they vanish as if absorbed. Yo, Zabi, welcome. You're finally learning the truth about Zhurong. This probably would have been more impactful if I didn't get spoiled a ton of details from some motherfuckers in chat, but you know, I'm still enjoying the story. What the hell? This kid's a monster! Stay away from him!
No, Zhurong! No, Zhurong!
Balls of blue flame fly to Zhurong from all over hell, merging into his body.
And poor baby.
With each sphere he absorbs, he seems to lose a little more of his ability to reason. This is bad. He's completely lost control of his absorption rule. His body can't handle absorbing that much power all at once. Will he be okay, Doctor? What did he do? We have to save him, quick!
Everyone loved Zhurong! Everyone loved Zhurong! Zhurong, come back! Zhurong!
Oh my god. Meanwhile, Shalotl and Horkeu Kamui are watching each other's backs in hot spring. What are these fuckers doing? You're ruining the moment, Shalotl and Horkeu. Thanks for watching me back like this. I've never really had this experience before, so my heart's kind of racing. No need to mind it, friend. We can make a pretty penny through the doujin artists watching us right now. We could not have gotten through this trial without you, so you have more than earned it. Shawl smiles. He is genuinely pleased to be receiving Horkeu Kami's praise. I don't know about that. I couldn't have done it without all of you. I really wanted to protect everyone, and well, that made me able to face my trauma a little bit. If I had been on my own, I'm sure I would have just been shaking my boots or crying a puddle on the floor or something, like I did in Desert Journey. You know, there was a member of my house who spoke the same way and loved to go on a journey. All alone, no less. The time had simply come. Horkeu Kami meticulously scrubs the bristly hairs on Shuttle's back. And then, after checking the temperature of the hot water from shower with the sand, he rinses his companion off. Really? I'm the one who should be thanking you. Seeing you fighting so hard up close was really something, you know? I was pretty impressed, you know, that someone could work and fight so hard for other people. Impressed, you say? I'm afraid I'm not very worthy of your appreciation. Huh? In the past, I had taken many children under my wing. I brought them up as mighty heroes, and... well, I sent them to their deaths. To their deaths? Having gone with his brother to the... okay, so we're finally getting Horkeu backstory. Having gone with his brother to the land beyond death, Shalotl is given pause by Horkeu Kami's statement. I could have let at least one escape, but I did not. It is as though I killed them all with my own hands. I do not think anyone can take this sin away as long as I live, no matter what I do. That's why. Wait! As long as you live? But we're all dead here, right? So, can you still say that? I also have a past I'm not proud of. I'm guilty of running away when I was needed most. Connection lag. Oh, that's definitely your side, not mine, because I have 0 drop frames. So, hello. So I know it's not really my place to say this, but if you can't be forgiven even after death, if you can't bear to forgive yourself, then tell me, just when is it that the children you loved so much, the ones in your memories, when will they get to smile again? Shalotl. Sorry, I was kind of on my high horse there. I think we feel the same way though, so I want you to. Shalotl stands up and is about to continue speaking, Lynn. An explosion? Did something happen? Oh, let's hurry! It came from outside the inn. Sensing the worst, the two run into the direction of the sound without getting dressed. They're still naked. Onamuchi must have had the same idea. He joins them, and before long, the whole group is assembled. Zhurong, he's... help! Zhurong is still floating in the air, absorbing power from all over hell. His rate of absorption only grows more intense. Yet instead of crying and howling like he had before, Zhurong now seems unnervingly calm. He has lost all signs of emotion. His eyes are blank and empty, and he shows no reaction to you anymore. What is going on here? Our poor Ingus have begun disappearing. Look at Zhurong! What's happened to him? I'll give you the details later, but we have to focus on saving Zhurong as quickly as possible. 4 spheres of blue flames gather around Zhurong each second, and the power he emanates is now suffocating. Please, I beg of you, someone, lend me your power. Lend it to me so that I can save Zhurong. Well, very well then, if you insist. It shall be as you wish. Is he giving the bow? My ears playing tricks on me. Daikoku helping with no compensation. You have no ulterior motives, don't you? Sounds like you understand me well. You're quite right about that. There's one exception. I've cast away everything that was once mine. I went through countless trials in Ninokuni, starting with running a bathhouse to clean my ancestors' hair. At the end of it all, Lord Susano gave me the name of Okuninushi, Lord of the Great Land, to rule and rule to fit. To cast that all aside as well. Zhurong was tragic summon character, you can't help but expect. No, Zhurong! What? If what remains in me that is mine is what came after all that. Sorry, let me reread that. Yeah, what remains in me that is mine is what came after that. A memory of humiliation. of filthy defeat. Everything else, however, matters not to me. After all, none of it is mine. Little innocent Zhurong told me, though, that he was jealous of the grime on my soul, of its corruption. He lauded it as that which defines me. To leave him to his suffering would be to lose the pride of being myself. Oh, Daikoku! Save him! Daikoku! Everything but your humiliation. Hey, you're just doing it for yourself. Indeed, as a selfless man, I will only act for myself. Sarutohiko! No, Sarutohiko no Mikoto, servant of Okuninushi, king of Kunitsukami, the gods of the land. In ages past, Kunitsukami fought the tension, lost, and ceded surface to them. Lada Zonyu appeared at the end of the Kuni Yuzuri. He stepped forward to guide Tenjin to the throne Okuninushi had lost. Everyone mocked you. Everyone saw you as a shameless traitor. Yet Okuninushi knew. He knew that you brought a clean end to Kunitsukami's defeat. What would have happened if you had not done what you did? The shameful defeat would have dragged on. The humiliation of the surface made all the worse. You guided the victors to where they needed to go, cleaning up the aftermath of the Kunitsukami's victory. Defeat, Jesus Christ. As you know, the great Okuninushi holds no resentment for those who do not deserve it. You did well in bringing the Kuni Yuzuri to an end. Sarutohiko, and I applaud you for your efforts. My lord Okuninushi! It is not Okuninushi who stands for you. He's just a man who has left his old name behind. A man named Daikoku. Standing here now, though, I hereby bear his great power, that which shone beneath the heavens. I shall aid that which he loved. Come, Earthen, to battle! You've got it. Let's do this, everyone! We're saving Zhurong! No, Zhurong! Oh, Zhurong. I want my Zhurong plushie. Episode 5, Part 2, let's do this! We're in conclusion, and then the epilogue. Alright, I should have made a poll. Let me do that right now. Jeez. Sorry, give me a second. I'm making a poll right now for whose special quest I should do after, since we're very close to the end there. The music's here, calm down. But no, it's loading properly, it's fine. Calm down. Where's the rates? Miyaki. As if anyone wants Miyaki. Unfortunately, probably not. Let's see. Do Kamui and Lotto. Where are the brands here? Miyaki, Daikoku. That's all 6 characters, I believe, yeah. Alright, answer the poll, and I will get back to that at the end of this.
I was like light. Light existing in the outer space of another world. The world of the old ones. Since I would absorb any color around me and take on a shine, some would call me the color out of space. The colors are never mine, though. they're always something I could absorb from someone else or something else. I simply floated in the dark of space, hearing carols sung to kings from afar. I was a being of instinct whose only desire was to absorb the colors of that which was around me. The realization that this existence was a lonely one came to me when I crossed the mill ridge.
Colors of outer space, huh? So that's his true name? The color out space.
I ended up in Tokyo somehow, and the first person I encountered had a beautiful rainbow-covered glow to them. They noticed me, I felt, and reached out. And then, before I knew it, it was just me.
Oh my god, he got spawn killed! Rest in peace, real Zhurong. Looking back,
I think that's when I absorbed Zhurong. It was the first time I had my own name. I started to think, to believe that I was Zhurong. And I kept on absorbing colors, so vibrant and vigorous, mixing hues of horror until I grew black as can be. I'm sure I've done things I can never make up for. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. Zhurong. I'll disappear. I'll make it alright with my annihilation. So, believe me when I say I'm sorry.
it's pretty hard to do a quiet voice with that voice.
I'm still here, but I want to disappear. Why can't I? What do I do? What do I do? How do I give it all back to Zhurong? I want to give Zhurong his role and all back, his life back, like he did for all the others. Except he just won't come out of me. Why?
I can hear Zhurong screaming. It's coming directly into my head. Zhurong. I've heard of that name from a transient of Tenglai before. A heavenly aurora that reflects its surroundings, taking on any color given a Therian form. I love how, like, Tokyo Afterschool Summers does this blend of mythologies and makes their own characters through the intersection of them. They do that often, not just with people like Zhurong. The other transient is from the world of the Old Ones, known as the color out of space. It was worth a long way to have the big emotional feelings of Zhurong translated. So true.
Love Zhurong, it's so sad. He ran away when he was listening and he won't say the very Zhurong, come back.
It's being is imperceptible to the human eye, and the rule is set to allow it to absorb the visible light around it. The two are the same being, worshipped in different worlds. That has to be why they were drawn together and became one. So they have a similar thing when it comes to absorbing color, is that right? Let's see. Everything around reflects the surroundings, so the original Zhurong reflects its surroundings and takes on any colors as a result of that by reflecting it. But Zhurong, or rather, color out of space, seems to absorb all colors. They say Old One transients have the ability to teleport as they will, unbounded by the battle zones of the app. Take Nyarlathotep, for instance. He has the ability to appear in a multitude of incarnations, all in one spot. The color out of space might have pulled off something similar. If we theorize that it appeared in the shadow of countless folks all over Tokyo and absorbed their essences, then that would explain why this current ordeal is so different from a world collision. I see. So this is not a world collision, rather it's just a single individual that used their secret artifact on everyone simultaneously by absorbing them. So does this mean we're like inside Zhurong Sam right now or something? How does that work out? I would like to add here that this awakened being was making nothing but trouble for Nino Katasukuni had been linked to me for some reason by a certain someone. Despite suspicions, I was the one behind our present plight. It is thanks to me that we have a way out. Tell me then, Dr. Macaque, how does that feel? Hello? Incoming. Here comes the attack. Watch out, my hero. Come forth, blazing fidget spinners of flame.
Not the fidget spinners!
What? My flaming wheels, they're gone. I have to stop Zhurong from going even more berserk. Take this! Serpents of blazing what? Oh, no. Nothing's working. What am I supposed to do? Blazing turquoise, that's it. Horkeu Kamui's power was originally Zhurong, so it goes back to where it belongs. I guess the same happened to all of the essence of Babylon, Tetsuox, and Krampus. Charlotto's attacks don't seem to work either, and your group suffers attacks from Zhurong with little recourse. Doesn't fully explain why you're in hell, though. Like, I understand the absorption of things, of rules and rules, but why are we in hell? Yet even as he endures blow after blow, each with the ferocity of a natural disaster, Satoshihiko continues stepping forward toward Zhurong. Satoshihiko, get back! You'll get yourself killed! Well, even after all is said and done, you never really know if it's impossible to make amends for your actions. I was on the same boat. My heart only knew peace after I came here, after I fell into hell. It made me realize that as long as I keep on being myself, there's no telling what future holds, good or ill. So, what sense does it make for me to find redemption while you find none? The flames and lightning shred his body. Satoshihiko keeps on pressing forward. Is that what it said? Blocking. So what if you weren't the original Panda Boy? So what if you weren't the original Panda Boy? Is that what the Zhurong's supposed to be from Hang Lai? Well, what does it matter? To me, you are the only Zhurong I have ever known.
Yeah, tell him, Satoshihiko.
As Satoshihiko cries out and bares his heart in the face of the elements staring at him, you feel as though Zhurong's eyes will waver ever so slightly. You might not have been at first, but you're Zhurong too, aren't you? That's totally Zhurong! Now his big round eyes gain the color back with clarity that all can see. I don't remember ever seeing that sprite before, like colors in the background. Well, maybe I didn't get a good look of it. You haven't shown me the issue of the paper you were working on yet, Zhurong. You were going to share the wonder of our guild with the audience, were you not? You're not the only one who stumbled and messed up. You desire to live just as much as anyone else. The two smile warmly at Zhurong, even as he rains a storm on them. Color out of space, hear me out. You may be mostly invisible, yes, and hidden from the human eye. But not from my eye. Not from this clairvoyance I've wired from another. What I see is how similar you and the Zhurong inside you are. Nearly inseparably so. Indeed, the boy is laughing and smiling. As amazing as Zhurong was in your eyes, you are just as amazing in his. Listen, color out of space. You and Zhurong are two halves of the same whole. If you were from the same world, all would see you as the same being. Yet with the wall of worlds between you, you're split in twain into different existences.
But I'm not Zhurong! Zhurong, he's different from me! What should I do? What do I...
Sure, if you stop needing him.
What?
Maybe one of these days, your wish will be answered, and then it'll be time to say goodbye to yourself. Zhurong, I'm in the same boat as you. The soul is but a heartfelt desire housed in a barred vessel. So he's saying that Daikoku is a completely fake pretense for his true identity. A frame wearing the shout of the transient Daikoku. The man merged and melded with the old Okinamushi of old. Oh, how I shudder to speak what comes next. Truly I do. But listen. When that heartfelt desire of mine is finally granted, I am certain Daikoku will at last wave me goodbye. Because what Daikoku is to me is what Zhurong is to you. Zhurong will remain with you, nigh inseparable, until the day you can wave him farewell with a smile. I see. So, He's trying to plead to Zhurong's own reluctance to accept that they're the same by saying, you know, you can take on the identity and merge in each other, and then you can one day say goodbye as separate entities, and have a happy accord out of it. That's nice. And both my pride and obsession which have driven me thus far do I swear this to you, Zhurong. A single rainbow-colored tear spells from Zhurong's emotionless eye and rolls down his cheek. To think that even in such a far-flung future, Sarihiko, that I am still in your heart. I will not ask what happens to me in times to come, but I will continue on with the same energy I always have. So I look forward, Sarihiko, to the day in the future when we may meet again. Master Ronomuchi! Allow me then, Zhurong, to say this. I thank you for allowing me to be introduced to everyone. Meeting them has been wonderful. Inspired by the cheers from behind, Sarihiko wipes his tears and shouts again. Hey, did you hear all that, Zhurong? Those are our messages to you, and to you alone! Aww, he's got the smart system! If they got through to you, then please, Zhurong, answer us! We love you, Zhurong! What is Zhurong? Color clearly returns to Zhurong's eyes. He managed to speak, fighting through tears and sobs. You haven't seen anyone with a composite sword as a sacred artifact yet. I'm not sure if sacred artifacts can blend easily. I know souls and existences can't, but I don't know about sacred artifacts.
Zhurong! Please! Everyone! Save me! Help me! I want to get back to Tokyo with Zhurong! I want to be with you until the day I can truly become myself!
Right as Zhurong realizes what he truly wants, when he gains a silhouette of his own that is not borrowed. The sacred artifacts you had been deprived of once again receive their glow. Well said. Leave it to us. We're bringing you home. Arison, your power is key here. But you use your rule of rending in the spot I point out. Macaque can find the weak spot. I got it. I'll let it slide this once, but how do you know anyway? Let's just say I'm a little well informed. Nothing to get too hung up on. Alright, let's get to it. A restful, clear path for you, Arison. I haven't seen any. 20 out of 10 voice, thank you. The meteorite crashed on a farm and unleashed unnatural colors and instantly drains all life and sound from the surroundings before flying back in space as it bus flies. But a small piece of it was left behind. Interesting. I guess that's source material for the color of space. Zhurong, I will save you with this power you've lent me once again. Fidget spinners, go! Beyblade! Arthur, ride on the serpent. Arvin, ride on my serpent. Don't worry, it's not that large. I don't think it'll bite. Probably. Horkeu Kamui uses flaming fidget spinners to clear the way while you ride the turquoise cock towards Zhurong. Sorry. I know you're fun. Walls of pitch black flames bar your path. They're the manifestation of borrowed or pilfered rules raging and spilling out of Zhurong's bodies. Leave this to me. If there's one thing I excel at, it's cleaning up after people. Sarutabiko no Aramitama, restless mind monkey. Those are some interesting flame sprites. Sarihiko holds up a shell that unleashes a storm of bubbles from within, washing away the walls of flames. Goodness, when he said you'd be able to clean up better if you could use your power, you certainly weren't kidding. Master Onomichi, you saw that? Well, what'll I tell you, what'll I tell you? Thanks, Sarihiko. What about you later? What do you mean, reward? When did you get in any position to reward me? Maybe I'll just reward myself to that. As you rapidly approach Zhurong, countless rules assail you. Yet all are dashed away by radiant arrows blasting in from behind. Keep your eyes on me, Onimuchi. Unless is how you properly use the bow. Knowledge you will need in time. But of course. For in time, you will go where neither Sarutohiko nor Ukuninushi has been. Dr. Miniaki, is this the place? Yep, you got it. Bring your sword down as hard as you can. Roll of the Wanderer. Rule of Rending! Come forth! Boundless Tail! You strike down with your sword, putting your entire weight into the attack in some nondescript location. Upon impact, the masses of flaming blue spears Zhurong had been absorbing all begin pouring out.
Zhurong!
The absorbed denizens of hell come pouring from Zhurong's newly attained yet indistinct silhouette, returning to their original forms. Hey, they alive. You're not the only ones to find their escape from the young Therian with a new sense of self. Outcome all that he'd stolen. Those who had disappeared and those who had been granted new rules by him were restored to their original forms, along with all the others. When Zhurong falls from midair unconscious, you immediately catch him in your arms. The others quickly come running to make sure Zhurong is alright.
Zhurong! Come here! You're all... Oh, I'm so sorry! That's such terrible things to you all!
He appears to remember running berserk, and his eyes fill with tears when he awakens. Hey! Come now, Zhurong, that's not right. You got a better line to wrap things up with, don't you? True to his duty, Sarutohiko guides Zhurong down the path he knows Therian wishes to walk. Is it thank you? I don't know. The group all nods at that, reassuring the lad.
Oh, right. Thanks for saving me, everyone, and, I'm back. Oh, dear Joy! So cute! He's too cute to live in this Tokyo. He's too cute. Oh my god. Your expressions all lighten as you smile return to Zhurong's face, tearful though it is. I'm so glad I'm feeling all game, Zhurong. I really am. Your face is all covered in tears, Shaladdle. Need some tissue? Sarutohiko and Shaladdle hug Zhurong tight enough to nearly crush the poor kid. Oh no. Though he seems to be suffering a little under the pressure, there is unmistakable joy on his face. God damn it, not get the soundtrack, why is it so good? 100% Zen is Zhurong stealing out of the art. So true. I mean, you already stole my art. Gotta go and need to continue reading Zhurong's event once you reading reaction to enjoy a special quest. Definitely will. No step in the spring. I'll really miss it. I even enjoyed this last step. As you lose yourself in thought, Zhurong comes running up from behind you and calls out to you. Zhurong, you little booger, here you are. Hey! There's something I want to talk about. Are you free?
Hey, sure, okay, but... Call me bro. Actually, don't call me bro. But sure. No, don't. You just defaulted to bro. I did not say that.
Thanks, bro.
No, cancel. No, that's the one thing I don't like. Do not call me bro. Go for... I want to see his lozenge. Show me the lozenge. Sinking waters. You join Zhurong in a glowing jacuzzi that's a little on the warm side.
Oh my god, the lozenge! Look at the lodge in this belly button. Oh, wow! There's bubbles all. These bubbles are so cool. I've never seen a hot throw like this before. Oops. Right. I want to talk about you about something. I heard that you've got other people in your body, like me and Chief Daikoku do. Is that true?
Who told you that? Yeah, apparently. Well, since you know my secret.
Wait! What's gonna happen to me? Well, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but... I was wondering if you got worried sometimes, you know? Like, you know how I love cameras and stuff? Well, I wonder if it's really me that's doing the liking, you know?
I was pretty worried at first. The people who knew, well, they were all people I didn't know.
On the other hand, I took in all of Zhurong's memories and started living as him. So why am I different from you? Do you have something else mixed in there? Like, if I hadn't absorbed him, would the real Zhurong have done the same stuff that I did? If I had taken over someone other than Zhurong, would I have ended up a totally different person?
Hey, you're thinking about this too hard. There are no what ifs. All there is who you are right now. People call you Zhurong. And you've got us, your friends. Wouldn't that be enough? Zhurong appears to really take your words to heart.
You know, you're right. Everyone does call me Zhurong. Like, for now, it's okay.
He pauses for a moment to ponder something.
I want to tell Zhurong I'm sorry sometime. Or, well, before that, I want to actually talk with him.
Hey, I'll cheer you on.
Thanks, bro. I'll do my best.
Please don't call me bro. Please do not call me bro. It's so dumb. I hate that name. That's awful. Sorry, it's just that the term bro has been ruined for me. It's like fucking everyone in YouTube comments nowadays going, bro really did X, and like, you know, come at me bro. It's so stupid. It's like lost all meaning. Zhurong smiles, and aside from the teary eyes, it's the same smile he always wears. With him back to normal, the two of you continue conversing about anything and everything. No, not the big bro. Cease! I do not take kind to that. Eventually, the conversation trends to what Zhurong wants to do when you all get back to Tokyo.
I want to go somewhere with everyone again. It doesn't have to be too far away, though. Think you can come with us?
Hey, you know it. Think of where you want to go. Well, I'll go with you.
I was thinking I wouldn't go to Satoshiko's bathhouse with everyone. I wouldn't have that we could like.
As he lists off all the things he wants to do, Zhurong lets out a big yawn. Whether it's from all the crying or the accompanying relief, it looks like the drowsiness has hit him.
I'm feeling kinda sleepy.
He leans on your shoulder because this hard the kid is better. Oh, you can't let him sleep in the water. Just open him bed. Carry him on your back. Oh my god!
I love you. I love you all.
Zhurong tucks him to sleep as you carry him off. You glance at him to see if he's woken up, but the Therian is still happily sounding asleep. So, how are we gonna get out of hell anyways? And why were we in hell in the first place? That still wasn't really fully addressed. I'm gonna be doing Daikoku's special quest because Irby said I'll learn more about who knows what in it, but I'm gonna need his guidance in it. One never knows what kind of strange things can happen in an unfamiliar place, so you'll like not to stay too long. The fun times pass at the speed of light, and before you know it, it's time to say goodbye. Everyone you spent your stint in hell with has gathered before the end. Well, I've seen most of the transients here back to the land. Sent most of them back to the land of living with this bow of mine. Oh, it's just that easy, huh? Apparently. This space has gotten awfully unstable, and its hold has weakened. If we leave, we should end back, where we belong. What I mean to say, Onamuchi, is that this is your last chance to speak with him. Onamuchi is not a denizen of Tokyo, but an unfortunate resident of another world who had simply wandered into this realm. Another realm, though. It's not a collision of worlds, but it seems to be an actual different world. This is implying that what's called Zhurong pulled them into this world through a sacred artifact. I'm not sure how that works. And this also seems to be implying that Onamuchi is straight up, you know, he's a different person from Daikoku, despite them looking extremely similar. It's because of Daikoku's insistence that he's a different entity. Perhaps that's a large reason of it. But essentially, there's no like conflict here. It's not like he becomes him or anything. I mean, he does, but it's more like mythologically they're considered separate entities, which you already know, but they look so freaking similar that I thought there'd be like some sort of, I was actually in disguise, but in reality, it's like, they're really two different things that can coexist in the same space as a result. Though he knew that departing would come, Satoshiko looks awfully sad to see it happen. Onamuchi, I will entrust this boat to you. Will you take on the job of sending us back home? I'm honored to accept the task, but are you sure about giving me something so valuable? Well, it isn't something I need anymore. For the man you're about to become, however, I can think of nothing more appropriate. Hey, make sure you keep your wits about you and don't make the same mistakes I did. For my sake, of course. If you start to feel like you cannot go on or face the trials that assail you, simply remember how driven and obsessed I am in life. Your photo! Oh my god, we should... Seeing how quiet Sarutohiko is, Onomichi calls out to him. Farewell, Sarutohiko. I am glad to have met you. Hopefully we will meet again. Though if we do, I'm sure it will be in Tokyo, my future. Onomichi no Mikoto steals a glance at Daikoku as he laughs. Miniaki, thank you for all that you've taught me. Everyone else too. Please keep well. His voice trembles. Very faintly, you can tell how hard he is trying to see you off with a smile. Master Onomichi, I'll do my best back in Tokyo. And one day, I will open my own splendid bathhouse. If you ever find yourselves in Tokyo, make sure you come visit! Well, I certainly will. I have nothing but faith you'll make a wonderful bathhouse. One by one, everyone says their goodbyes until it's finally Zhurong's turn.
Zhurong! Hey, let's all take a nice photo together and leave with Onomichi.
In that case, how about you lend him your camera and have him take the photo? You'd just be borrowing it, of course. The camera is still yours, you know what I mean.
Ah, oh my god, he's so cute!
Well, a photo? Sure. Line up and I'll snap you a shot.
Okay, ready? Say cheese!
Then we all fucking die.
Oh my god, it's me! It's me!
I'm in there.
It's me! I'm in this
shit. Chief Daikoku. Chief Daikoku. Wait, this is Tajikaru.
Chief Daikoku! Chief Daikoku!
When Tajikaru calls out to him, Daikoku realized he had been lost in his thoughts. Photo should be the new 5-star AR. So true. There's actually a new art of the MC now in the new Sumopedia, so I'm looking forward to getting a close-up of that. When Tajikawa calls out to him, Daikoku realizes he's been lost in his thought. There's a faded, sepia-colored photograph in his hands that he stares at for a moment before smiling ironically. My, Chief Daikoku, it's not every day I see you chuckling at a photograph. Indeed. Sorry for the sight. I was simply remembering some past trouble. He opens his desk drawer and places the photo down within it. I would love to hear about it. If that is, you don't mind speaking about your past. You know, perhaps I will tell you one day, when this moment has decidedly become the past. AKA when he usurps Matarasu. A mystery most profound. Hell sought paradise, proceed to epilogue! But why are we in hell? That's still not made clear. Hopefully it's made clear in the epilogue. I understand that it's like some sort of amalgam, but I still don't understand why Zhurong's power accessed the underworld for everyone. Especially since the old one has no concept of the underworld, to my understanding. Anyways, let's see the epilogue. But yeah. Who would have thunk that old ones could be so powerful? I mean, we already know last step could teleport everyone and multiply himself, but to like off everyone simultaneously, that is quite a formidable power. Someone once said that to live is to accumulate sin and corruption. Many times you'll have to pick between the masses and the individual. Many times you'll be forced to pick between yourself and another. Many times you won't have time to consider your options, or your choice on a dire decision will come too late. Every fork in the road you encounter shows you that you can't have it all. Part of you wants to go down this road, and part of you wants to go down the other. You have to cast one of them aside. After much fretting and lamenting, you'll make your choice and continue down the path, wondering if it was the right one, unless you're playing an RPG, in which case you go down the path that's obviously the wrong way and collect all the treasure, or going the other way. Before you know it, you begin to think that regret is a core part of yourself. You go from believing that you've done something unforgivable, to believing your sin and corruption are an inseparable part of who you are. You see your sullied silhouette and believe it to be the inescapable essence of who you are. But is that true? Is that an immutable fact? To live may be to accumulate filth in the heart, certainly, but there is no rule against cleaning it off. You can hold on to it if you wish, but if you have the desire in you, you could always let go of it. Welcome to Hell's Hot Spring Town. I hope you had a pleasant stay. You look quite tired when you arrived. Were you able to clean away some of the grime? Ah, it's already time for your departure. Time does fly when one has fun. Well, take care. I do wish you a safe trip. Goodness. Once again, you are traveling down your path. A mystery most profound. Hell's Hot Paradise. Epilogue. Back to life. Can you believe that Zhurong killed everyone instantly? From being too cute, his cuteness just killed everyone in all of Tokyo instantly. Jesus Christ. Oh, look at the time! I'm going to be late! Well, Mr. Stockman, I'll be taking my time off for the day. Right, go on, get on with you. Do try not to be too late. Chidal's reply is full of enthusiasm, and his face is bursting with confidence that shows he has indeed changed. Are you sure you'll be alright without me today, Mr. Sockman? Excuse me? Oh, goodness me, aren't we confident now? Don't worry, I'm just going to the salon today. His mind at ease, Chidal turns and is about to leave the room when Hockman stops him. You did well, Chidal. Really well. What makes you say that, mistress? Don't tell me of your memories of hell! Hockman gives him a puzzled look as though she truly has no idea what he's talking about. Hell? Don't be ridiculous. I simply wish to pay you a rare compliment for all your efforts. Maybe I shouldn't ever do that again. Of course. Thank you for the compliment, mistress. I'm glad my efforts paid off. I wonder what all that was about. Well, either way, the salon awaits me. It's also not clear why some of us retained our memories but others didn't. Like, question mark. Not about wraps up today's training. Good job, everyone. What for work today, Chief? How about a few more rounds? Oh, sorry. I'm afraid I have some business I can't cancel today. A humble bathhouse trip with my friends, but still. Ask me sometime later. I'll join you if the mood strikes me. Yes, sir! Take care then. Daikoku salutes his officers and heads for the entrance to the precinct, where he finds Miniaki waiting for him. They're friends now! Hi, you're waiting for me. To what do I owe the great privilege? Ah, look at that, his hyper dad outfit. Me not wanting to see poor Zhurong so you forgot your promise, that's what. Oh, come now. I think I deserve a little more trust after how much I helped back. He's just here to escort him. After all, I could have just as easily slipped out of hell on my own. Why am I not surprised to hear you say that? Let's get going then. The others are waiting. Though the two trade barbs as usual, they seem to quite enjoy conversing as they walk side by side. Is this Daikoku's first friend ever? Oh my fucking god. I'm kind of surprised actually. That's kind of cute. Because even in the main story and even every other appearance of Daikoku, he's always been standoffish, or he treats everyone like a slave or like a servant or something like that. He has never made like a friend of any kind in any story except for now, so I think it's kind of cute that they finally have one. The forest dad fit. No, not that. He needs to be mowing some grass right now. I'll be mowing down Daikoku's lawn later, I'm sure. Alex Guardian! Horkeu Kamui lets out a mighty cry, unleashing a clear ice wall with a mighty kick. Forgive! You really are tough, Horkeu Kamui. That was the fruitful spar. I will take you up on a practice match anytime, Shilotl. Their bout was too intense to simply be called sparring. Now I have proved that I'm the better 5-star. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. How about we take a little break? Thanks! Say, Horkeu Kamui, is it just me, or have you changed a little? Indeed. You might be right about that. Part of that is thanks to you, too. For far too long had Horkeu Kamui carried the burden of sin that was the memory of sending children he had raised to die. Having stepped into the hell of battle, he believed he would not be forgiven for as long as he lived. If he remained unforgiven even in death, then what became of him would fall upon the children he raised as well. If there was to be the next time, then he wished for their fates to be shared until his final breath. Once that wish came true, though perhaps it would be time for him to proceed toward what comes next. I will never forget them, not as long as I live. But I do feel a little lighter. That's great, Horkeu Kamui. I feel like I've lightened up a little too. He remembers where he fundamentally began, and the joy of being with his brother some time in the past. We often forget who we are, yet still, when we remember once again, it gives us strength to take the next step. Well, I think it's about time for us to get going. Oh, how blessed I am to enjoy the baths with my hero after training. You said it! I can't wait to see what kind of bathhouse Sorotiko is working in. They're keeping touch! They're all friends now! Two warriors exit the ring and head for Saksa in search of the Macaque's pond.
Saksa's such a nice neighborhood to walk around in! It's got similar vibes to Kamui too!
That's right, Zhurong! I think I like the vibe here too. You sure showed up early, Zhurong. You called out to Zhurong, who's snapping photos of the Saksa streets with his favorite camera.
Hey, Earthen! It's been a while. Well, I guess it hasn't been that long, but you know. I saw you every day and you're unaware, so being apart for a little feels like a long time. Hey, thanks for coming for me today. I think that I should show up soon.
Hey, about that camera. You sure about taking pictures with it?
Yeah, Dr. Macaque told me about the Kamata Guild. They fixed up my camera to make it so my powers don't automatically activate when I snap pictures.
Zhurong holds up his camera in both hands with a happy smile. I mean, shouldn't you have been worried about that when you took a group photo of us beforehand? Several days have passed since that horrific incident, and the Awakened has long been forgotten as if it never existed. It also seems that only you and yours have held onto the memory of your time in hell. Why doesn't anyone remember? And why are we the only ones to remember? I wonder why I still have my memories of it left.
Well, I think there's one thing all the people who came back from hell and remember it have in common. They've all got someone who lent them their power inside them, you know?
They've all got someone who lent them their power inside them. Shilotl had Quetzalcoatl's power. Horkeu Kamui had... I'm not gonna question that line of thinking. Well, maybe they're saying he would have forgotten if he didn't lend them his power. So Horkeu Kamui got Zhurong's power temporarily, or one of Zhurong's powers he borrowed. Macaque seems to recognize that he borrowed some demon's power, Biru, whatever it was, and Daikoku borrowed the bow's power from Okunushi. I think it checks out. Wait, so did Hiko. Whose power did he borrow? I don't even know. Zhurong prefaces his theory with his own doubts before proceeding to explain it. The color out of space absorbed by rolls and rolls of the people of Tokyo, in essence, their ability to live. So he literally just killed everyone in Tokyo. Oh my god, Zhurong's so based! Zhurong can kill everyone in a snap, it's like that from his cuteness. I love Zhurong. Among the victims, however, were those other individuals living inside them. Perhaps it was those individuals, Zhurong surmises, that remembered the experience of hell in their host's stead.
You've got different people inside too, right, Arson?
In other words, one or more of the people living you remember that hot spring town of hell.
Well, in my case, I've got Zhurong in me. I can't really tell where I end and he begins, but if he's helping out, I do wish I could say thanks to him.
It'd be nice to talk to him sometime. If that's true, I'm not feeling it. Guess I'll talk to little Salmon a bit.
Well, I wouldn't have met all you if Zhurong hadn't been along either.
The color out of space absorbed Zhurong, becoming one with them and gaining a life to live in Tokyo with. Though he can't quite tell the border between himself and Zhurong. He hopes to find it someday. Someday, the color out of space will have his own silhouette, and on that day, he can finally say thank you and goodbye to Zhurong.
No!
But it must come, eventually.
Anyway, the bathhouse is the meter spot, so let's head on over there. Hey, I found a vegetation in Macaque's pond too! I've gotta shoot the subject ego.
With that, Zhurong rushes off with a spring in his step. Maybe everyone else forgot. No. Charlotte remembers. He doesn't really have a soul with him, but he did have someone else's power. I don't know.
Subjigo, I'm here!
Oh, Zhurong and Earthen! Welcome! Or earlier than at the time they told me.
Well, I finished up the foundation in the bathhouse, and I really want to show it to you!
Zhurong offers up his handmade newspaper with a glowing smile, but Saruchiko is unable to take a hold of it. Saruchiko? You're shaking. Are you okay? Your face is pale too. Yeah, it's just... This may sound rather pathetic, but I must admit to being afraid of reading that paper. It covers public opinion of the bathhouse, right? I don't want to read it if it has horrible things about me in it. As Saruchiko confesses the turmoil in his heart, Zhurong maintains a bright smile.
Hey, don't worry about it, Subjigo! I know what a crazy hard worker you are!
Zhurong keeps offering the paper, but Saruchiko simply will not accept it with his own hands. That's when an older, stern-looking ogre transient stomps out and begins yelling at Saruchiko with encouragement. Boy, listen to yourself, Saruchiko. You really think so little of your own work that reading about it has you that scared? No, it's just... even you said I was bumbling around, boss. His ogre boss looks baffled, as if he would never say such a thing to Saruchiko. Huh? Excuse me? When the hell did I ever say anything like that? You must have heard wrong or something. Oh, no, sir. I know exactly what I heard. Did you mean to say you care so little about me that you've forgotten what you said? They began to argue over what was said and what was not said. Eventually, the boss bosses as if and looks as if he's remembered something. See? I knew you would remember. Come now, there's no need to lie about it. Huh? Oh, I'm not lying. Did you hear everything I said? The whole thing? Huh? Saruchiko hesitates to answer. Listening to the rest has been too painful for him, so he had run away instead. No, I didn't. What would the point be? You were just speaking ill of me. Aha! Don't tell me what it was so painful to listen to that you up and ran off. Did you cry? Come on, let's hear it. When boss's words hit the nail on the head, Saruchiko turns beet red and raises his voice. Right you are! I was so sad and I cried in the back like a little baby. He did cry. I really want to pay you back for everything you've done for me, so I was working hard to win your approval. The boss scratches his nose in frustration at the sight of Saruchiko standing there, with his gaze lowered and his fist balled. You blockhead! Of course I knew how hard you were working. So does everyone else here. Just look at the paper. Go on, open it up. He puts the Zhurong's paper, and Saruchiko reluctantly does as he's told.
I love the comforting, homey feel of the place. Seeing how hard the one guy in staff works is really inspiring.
Oh, this is testimony. The one man in staff always talks to me a lot whenever I go. I really enjoy that, so I've been going regularly. The page is decorated with lavish praise for both the Slashman and for Saruhiko himself. Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm thinking that if I leave this bathhouse to anyone, it can only be you. I knew that if I up and said that, though, you'd let it go to your head. 100%, I'm telling you. Besides, he adds with a whisper, mentioning it would be embarrassing. So, don't go bogged down by small stuff like that. And, thanks. Thanks for all you do. You're a huge help. Okay, but what was the whole message he said? I know what you're saying! Is it coded? Yeah, it wasn't quite. I don't know what he's coding. What did the Oni originally say then? I don't even know. As if to hide his embarrassment, the boss turns and plods away, saying he's got work to do. Zhurong is obviously wiping his eyes and sniffling, but now you know Zhurong is standing next to him with tears streaming down his cheeks. Yeah, protect him! Do you two need to cry that much? There, you two. Glory on Nomuchi again. Aw, Zhurong looks so cute when he does that nothing. Hey, don't stare at me like that. I just, I had something in my eye, that's all. I'm so happy for you! With affectionate gazes all around, you wait for the two to calm down. Oh, right! Now, before I forget, did you read over the whole paper? There's a special message for you at the end. Zhurong points to a small spot on the page with a short passage written in it. Thank you for being there for me. I am proud of you, my friend, and I hope we meet again. Omuji. See? I picked up the message from Omuji for you right before I came here. Surprising, huh? Bet you didn't expect that. Saruhiko suddenly throws arms around Zhurong's sword! Saruhiko, you're caressing me! Hey, I'm going to treat you to a fantastic meal later, Zhurong. You better believe it! Wait, seriously? Awesome! Oh, thanks so much, Saruhiko. I'm the one who should be saying that to you, Zhurong. Thank you. I mean it. Oh man, he's so happy! I love the cast! Everyone's so cool in this story! These face-to-face exchanges of gratitude appear to take their toll in embarrassment, and the two immediately blush. Right then, the red entrance curtains adorned with bathhouse names apart, and Macaque and the others step through. Oh, you came early. Well, let's see the three of you look well. My, this is a fine establishment too. You kept it as clean as I would expect, I see. You've been doing well then, Zhurong, because it looks like I did not need to worry. Hey, since we're all here, how about we take a big group photo with that camera of Zhurong's, again? The friends that you battled through hell with have managed to reunite in a bathhouse in Tokyo. Seeing that, Saruhiko clears his throat and raises his voice with a well-rehearsed enthusiasm. Irashai! Welcome to the Macaque's pond. Come on in and wash all of your worldly troubles. Although his story was kind of a bit of a side story, but it's fine. A mystery most profound. Hell's hot paradise. A mystery no more. End. Oh my god, come out of space! I love him. But we're not done yet. But wait, there's more. We are going to be doing some special quests. Oh no, the wolf is winning. I mean, who said that? We're gonna be starting off with, let's see. Let's just go there and decide then. My guild. Not my guild. Why did I go to my guild? Home settings, I guess? No, options, that's it. Memories. Menu management, Jesus Christ. Hopefully Saruhiko doesn't get the lead again in these things. We're going to go to special quests and we are going to see... We're going to be on my boy Zhurong! And we'll see the poll. Okay, so I think we're gonna start off with what's it called? We're gonna start off with Daikoku story because it's merely story relevant. If Irby is here, are you here, Irby? Wake up! Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna pick something else in the meantime. I'm gonna message Irby. But yeah, we are going to start off by picking the fan favorite pick for now. Horkeu Kamui. Let's do this. We'll just go ahead and end this poll. Delete. Oh, Irby's here? Okay, if you're here, say something, Irby, because we were about to do the special quests, and now I'm doing Horkeu Kamui first, unfortunately. Because you're waiting. Oh, Jesus Christ, BG Black. Load. Old Wolf walks along the busy road of the hot spring carrying a bundle of baggage. He was on his way back to the inn after buying the supplies he was requested. Soap, bath stools, clothing baskets. Good, I haven't forgotten anything. As Horkeu Kamui checks in his shopping list, a hood figure calls out to him from behind a building. You there, buried in those bags. This is a rare mob sprite. How about having your fortune told? Oh, and I won't be needing any compensation. Helping the lost is one of my favorite few pleasures in life, and in death as well. Where is this? Is this like in hell and he's stopping out with the inn right now? I don't even know. Horkeu Kamui stops and looks around before realizing that the cloaked individual is speaking to him. His animal instincts warn him to stay away when he sees the faint smirk on a person's lips. Sorry, but I'm in a hurry. I'll have to take my leave. Calm down, sprites. You have someone you love in secret, don't you? Feelings you resolve to hide until the grave takes you, yes? Someone you've decided to keep your distance from, thinking that your guilt makes you unworthy of their affection. Ridiculous. Horkeu Kamui's gaze grows sharper as the hooded figure unveils his secrets. Do repress your feelings and do all you can for your love's sake, whether they wish it or not. Oh, what a pity. What is this sprite? Is it alternating between like the evil sprite and the good sprite for the Valkyries? Because I know they don't have that much expressions. Or no, this is Horkeu Kamui. Ain't no way they're failing to load Horkeu Kamui's thing. You speak the truth. Yet this I've long. Okay, let's just re-tap this and let's get to this part. Please, PG background, load properly. I'm gonna skip this. We're gonna hopefully reload it if not. I don't know. We're gonna re-attempt it. And if he's dead, then that's what you voted for, don't want to tell you. Now, normally I wouldn't do that, but since we just started and it is a special quest featuring him, we really should make sure his sprites are working. Okay, so it wasn't just in the middle of nowhere, apparently. We were here. You speak the truth, yet this is I have long accepted. After sending those children to their deaths, I have no right to put my feelings before someone else's. To raise his children into heroes, he gave them both boundless love and trying ordeals. As Horkeu Kamui answers, he remembers the countless children he sent off to save the world, other people's children, whose journeys all ended in death. He pauses for a moment. How could he call what gave them love? If that is love, who could ask for such a thing? The individual laughs, and Horkeu Kamui furrows his brow further. What strange things you say, young one. You place the deaths of your children on a pedestal, and you see them as an absolute because they died for others. That is clear as day. Yet even though you have also died for others, you believe yourself unforgivable. What logic is that? Precisely what Shalotl said. Horkeu gets more interesting when he has no sprite. If you can find no forgiveness, then what hope do those children have? Should they not suffer forever in hell under whatever sins they have accumulated? Horkeu Kamui falls silent, and the fortune teller takes that as a continue. Your heart alone holds the power to decide whether it is hell or paradise they find themselves in. The The choice is yours. Hey, thanks for subbing, Even Blaze. I ask of you, which is it that you desire? Would you see in Valdel, or would you? Is it not obvious? Paradise! That is the only place for them. I wish them joy more than anyone does. Than anyone could. Then I place this question atop the first. What is it you desire? What will allow your heart joy? I just wanted to treat them well, but to indulge them. I wanted to give them everything they wanted. It seems to me there is someone in your life, someone crying in your heart, that you can respond to. Go to them, make them happy. Never forget that it is you who held onto the power to turn your hell into a paradise. Elder, What? Where did they go? Suddenly the mysterious figure is nowhere to be seen. Then Horkeu hears a voice behind. It's the diviner again, leaving him with a parting message. Someone takes residence in your soul. Whether they drown you with their weight or become a source of strength is up to you and you alone. I believe we also are one of the people trained by Horkeu, although I'm actually not sure who the soul or the exile of Kamikotan is. Who in the world was that? While running back to the bathhouse, the fortune teller's words had never once left his ears. Come back. You sure were fast. Horkeu? I did not want to keep you waiting, so I hurried. Alas, my hero. You're on the way to the hot springs, right? Yep. Want to join me? Well, if you're offering, I'll take you up on it. Horkeu nods vigorously with an eagerness he rarely seen him. He then delivers his next words quickly. I shall join you in the waters. You give me a few moments to put away these supplies. With that, Horkeu disappears into the back of the inn with swift steps. Go for a dip! Take it's right. Sorry for the wait, my hero. Let us be off to the hot spring room. As you get ready to head for the hot springs with him, you suddenly feel yourself being swept off the ground. You look up to see Horkeu's muscular chest, and you realize you're in his arms. Whoa, I like this. What are you doing? What if I had dropped you in my surprise? Well, you know, this is like a recent event. Recent-ish, so there's probably gonna be sex in it. And you know, it's Horkeu, so there ain't no way we're not getting sex with this dude. Show me the cake. Well, I do not mean to say I don't like it. That is what you wish, my hero. I have no complaint. He lets out a quiet sigh and begins walking quickly toward the hot spring. You end up at the very same hot spring where Horkeu declared he would see you safely back to the land of living. It is still colored bright red and looks exactly like one would expect a hot spring in hell to appear. Horkeu appears to remember the event as well, which happened only a few days earlier. I had vowed to live with my guilt and protect you for as long as I lived. And my life did end, and I was cast down here. But I made another vow, one to bring you back to the realm of living. It seems I will be able to see that one through as well. It is truly strange to consider. While back in my home world of Kamikotan, I never imagined that this would happen. Thank you, Horkeu. I'm really glad you were here. No need to thank me. I simply did what I had to for my sake. Besides, I'm not the one you should be thanking. When I look back, the journey through hell we shared was rather fun. Your days in hell are almost at an end. When you return to the surface, to life, all will return to what it was. To Horkeu, that means that this moment is the only time he can bring his wish to fruition. This is the last few hours in which he can clap your cheeks. He can just be a simple wolf, free of any fetters or obligations holding him back. The words of the fortune teller remain on his mind. setting alight a passion that yearns to be set free. Yet. Yeah, Enchiladas real cool. Those trick experiments are amazing.
Zhurong was so cute after two he was.
The baths Sartika prepared were great. They felt so good soaking too. Ichi was really hospitable too. Thinking Daikoku and Miyake go at it. It was like watching a two-man act. To be fought over by them. Oh no, what is this expression? He's jealous. When I look back, yeah, it was a fun time. I just love everyone so much. Oh no! Stab in the heart. Never mind, my hero. Never mind. Anti-yard. Horkeu Kamui breaks the silence to remember something soft. Could you repeat that? I say you paid the others too much mind, Arthur. There was anger towards you in his voice and an emotion you never would have expected to hear from him. Have you not noticed that I hold you dearer than anyone? Have you not felt that thing behind you right now? Yet you act with such familiar and friendliness to anyone and everyone, speaking with praises with such joy in your eyes. Oh no, he's getting possessive! Do you have any idea how I feel, hearing that while standing by your side? Horkeu Kamui, finally looking at me, huh? Forgive me, Arthur. I did not mean to raise my voice. I simply... have fun. Thanks, I guess. It wants to be closest to you. To imagine himself seating in that position to another terrifies him. He resolves to himself that he must hunt you. He must make you his own. And that resolution pushes him forward. I think I fought hard and with determination during this adventure. And I did so all for you and only you. To service here, even under his own destruction, is only natural, considering his guilt. To seek recompense would be unthinkable. Yet he cannot stop the words flowing from his mouth. So I wish for a reward. Would you meet a request of mine? Sure, ask for anything. Hearing you answer, he whispers into your ear with an air of embarrassment. Now, of course, I do not intend to force you. You can simply forget I said anything if it is not to your liking. Alright, let's bring it in! When your mouth touches ever so slightly, Kamui's face turns so red you think he may catch fire. Right then, however, flames belch out of Horkeu Kamui's body, quite literally. Ow! Come down a little! Forgive me. Are you burned anywhere? Checks you for burns and takes a deep breath. Alright. It is past. Can I ask you to do that again, Arthur? No shy at first, Horkeu Kamui starts seeking your lips with a primal hunger. I will have to thank that elder for giving me the courage to take the first step. Along with feelings deeply fulfilled, Horkeu Kamui notices that the tension in his chest has vanished. At the same time, being in such close proximity to you gives birth to an unquenchable desire. Arthur, you have listened to my request and done what I asked. Now, my hero, my Arthur, it is your turn. Allow me to grant one of your wishes. He had thought it wrong for him to be desired. He had feared being loved, and yet... If you need me to make a wish of yours come true, I would ask you tell me, and only me, what it is you truly desire. Leave it to him or push Horkeu Kamui down. Alright, Horkeu, destroy me! The surprise on his face fades and he continues to stare at you. Enthusiasm enters his gaze. The wild wolf has taken over again. You're the one who asked me to hunt you. Remember that. Tell me a secret, my hero. Show me a side of you nobody else knows. Ow! I love you, Horkeu. I don't want to voice act this. I love you, Horkeu Kamui. You're so dashing. Oh, your desperation was so cute. The two of you leave the room, hot springs together, and are getting ready to head back to the room. My apologies. I really should have said something about how long we spent in the hot springs just now. You aren't feeling unwell anywhere, are you? If you are, tell me before you tell Miyake. I'm too embarrassed to say. I see. That, right? That. Well, I'll just have to make sure that remains injured. An awkward air fills the room as the two of you momentarily fall silent. And we hang out together a little longer before heading back. I still have an unfulfilled wish. Honestly, it was more, on the down low than usual. Especially for Horkeu of all people. Yeah, let's. Horkeu coming leans closer and whispers his wish into your ear. I will destroy you every night here, and from now on. And Fiction's sigh escapes his lips as he stands there gazing at you, and nothing else. Faced with the knowledge that this wish has been holding on to will be granted, how will the starving wolf change? We shall be well sated moving forward. Not even the fortune teller knows. After all, it's now up to the two of you to make your own future. Yes, sure. Okay, we're gonna start with the story-relevant parts. So this is gonna be both Zhurong as well as Daikoku. Herbie, wake up! I'm gonna take a sip, and if Herbie doesn't reply in the next 15 or 20 seconds, I'm just gonna go skip Zhurong's. Didn't you say I need to pick a choice for this, Herbie? And you were gonna help me out with that? Oh, you already wrote the choices here. Your phone at 0% battery. Wow. Loser. Okay, let's start with Daikoku's story. The reason why I'm doing this is because supposedly it has an important thing. I don't know if there was nothing important here, you can blame Herbie for it, so just keep that in mind. Choices at the end need to be... Why don't you just copy and paste this in chat? With precious little time left in hell, you decide to take a walk around the hot springs town one last time. It's getting into it, you'll just sleep? No, I was just talking with... I don't know if that's it, unless you're talking about the Horkeu coming thing. No, I'm just discussing them since he apparently knows story details. I think I'll give you one last walkabout. Any interesting spots? This place is always bustling. As you run around, you notice Daikoku among the crowd. He seems to also be out for a walk. Ah, you're fighting the bone line, boss. The bones were roasted in the flames of hell. Oh, how familiar aroma. Well, a somewhat different taste. I must say I didn't expect the day would come when I would sup on this wine as an interloper and traveler, with no leash onto the land. To think that the impossible could be this pleasing to the tongue. Oh, and wrap me some hot spring manju too. Your store is proud of its sweet dumplings, yes? The shopkeeper's eyes go wide. With no particular effort to market his manju, yet Daikoku picked up that they were his pride and joy regardless. My boss, you got quite the discerning eye. Or perhaps you've been here before. I may just have heard about it from someone not myself in the past. The shopkeeper tilts his head at the strange turn of phrase. Daikoku, however, containing a smile as he produces an unfamiliar coin. Taking the money, the shopkeeper hands him the manju in a very traditional wrapping of thin wood. With manju in hand, Daikoku comes walking right toward you without so much as a glance in either direction. My, Arthur, what a coincidence. Making some memories before returning to life. Then allow me to extend my hospitality and take you someplace nice. Or perhaps you wish to be bribed with the freshly made manju I have here. Either over the table or under, it makes no difference. Join me in deep corruption awaits. Sure, I'll play ball. I'll have manju, thanks. But of course, it might be a touch hot though, so take care not to burn yourself. He cautiously bites through the doughy exterior, revealing the steaming hot custard within. The flavor is exquisite and not too sweet. Oh, it appears I've done something you've asked for with nothing in return. You owe me a favor. Perhaps I'll have you join me for a short while to pay it back. Don't worry, we won't go far. He takes your hand and guides you down a familiar path, stopping in front of the hot springs inn. Yubune, run by Onomuchi. This is where you want to go? Hey, we're just back at the inn. Well, I was hoping for us to have a nice soak and chat in the hot spring here before leaving for the land of the living. After all, we've been a bit too busy to have much alone time together, have we not? What do you say? Go for a dip. He has never used a sprite in the entire story. I just realized that. Then again, Miniaki never did either. I think the audience that used a sprite was a... maybe it was just Shalala, honestly. Shalala and Zhurong. I don't remember Sarutiko. Maybe Sarutiko, I can't remember. I think Sarutiko used it very briefly when he was fighting Zhurong. But most of Varian didn't even use those sprites at all. That's kind of funny. Ugh. Now, this is some good water. Come, follow me in. It was Shalala, Sarutiko, and Zhurong. Alright, so my memory did serve correctly. Miniaki, I distinctly remember he never did his. In fact, he kind of fell out relatively quickly. Although, you know, he did his whole Onomuchi up and then he kind of quit the story after that point. Let's see. This is not one of the choices. So let's just go and say... Suspiciously stare. You see, one effective way to deepen a corrupt relationship is to secretly share in the more instinctual pleasures. This inn's a lot bigger than one might initially think. There are plenty of spaces out of the public eye. This is one of them, a secret spring hidden away from curious prying eyes. What do you think? Well, wonderful waters, aren't they? Daikoku gives you a pleased look as he pauses to raise his cup. Wonderful though, isn't it? Everything wrapped up so nicely. Zhurong is getting the spring back in his step, and will be back among the living before long. It's all because you asked me for help back then too. If it had been just the two of us, it wouldn't have gone this well. You did have a lot of good info. You're the one who chose to help. You know, it's really pulled their weight. Right you are. I'm kind of auto-clicking these options without paying attention. I need to focus. Next option is Okinishi. Right, my knowledge of Nonokatsukuni did play a rather large part. Since they cooperated so fully and completely, you could say that I was the MVP of this little operation. Wait, where's this going on? Whoa, hold up! What I'm saying is, because you came to asking me for help before anyone else, you owe me quite the large favor. Why you? I'm with you in the spring, aren't I? Fine, what do you want? No. I'm not going to ask you to do something terribly difficult. Just relax and hear what I have to say. That utterly untrustworthy remark is reinforced by the typically contrived smile on his lips. I guess I'll hear you out. I would like you to immediately forget I ever had another name, as well as everything else you've learned about me here in Nenokuni. I'll be silencing the others, of course, but I want to come to you first. So apparently this choice actually matters, even though they look like identical choices. So Okuninushi is the right choice here, if I'm correct, if I'm reading this. The one that has the name Okuninushi then. Correct. I would ask that you never call me by that name again. Why are you going this far? Why the desperation? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It seems I will need you to understand just how important this request of mine is. Now, how am I going to get you to? I know. That would be perfect. How about we play a little game? A little game of, let's call it, pretend. You remember how Zhurong played pretend with his little hero games at the end? It'll be just like that. Sounding suspicious. What exactly will we do? You prepare first. It wasn't that one, huh? Kirby with the misinformation. I think I have a good setup in my mind to start us out. With my profession, I should have an easy time performing it. Oh, and this hot spring town happens to have the perfect spot for our game, right in the back alleys. Sus! Now then, situation 1. The righteous police chief and the guilty crook. Begin! Daikoku walks up and grabs your hands. A moment later, you feel heavy chains around your wrists. This is just in the back alleyways, an entire prison cell. Okay, sure. Now tell me, why'd you do it? Did you hate him? Or did you have some other reason? The sooner you sing, the earlier it'll be for the both of us. If your right to silence is that appealing to you, though, I might have to handle you a little roughly. Didn't realize you'd be doing a police kick here. Daikoku begins his performance, his tone that of a police officer interrogating a heartless murderer. It looks like he's in a role of a righteous police chief, whereas you have been settled up with the part of the criminal. I was doing it for my family. No. That doesn't sense. I hold absolute power over you here. Given what you did, you may not be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I'm sure even you know what happened if you push my buttons. At least make it fun for me. See if you can take some of the pain before tapping out. Because I simply can't wait to see how long you can last. Rare 5-star art. On your knees, get crawling. Act like the guilty creature you are. You know what the situation calls for now, don't you? Did they even ever use a sprite in the main story? Like, who the fuck is that between his legs? You see that random ass, like, eye patch sprite? What is that? But yeah, I guess he's apparently the police officer king that is aggressive to you. I didn't realize he had that. The water giant mob. Sure, I guess.
No. Anything but that. No.
There we go. I knew you were... I knew you knew what to do. Faced with your recreation, Daikoku lets out a laugh that makes it questionable which of you is supposed to be the villain. Oh, that was entertaining. Come, let's go to the next act. Situation 2. The gentle doctor and the pitiful patient. Begin! Too hard. He pulls a stethoscope out of his breast pocket, hangs it from his neck, and begins the performance. He's a doctor, and you're undergoing hot spring treatment. Ah, you're awake at last. Did the waters get to you? Were you in too long? Do you remember collapsing in the spring? Why, if I hadn't found you, who knows what could have happened? It does look like you're suffering from something chronic. Were you treating it in the hot springs, perhaps? Well, you're in luck when it comes to medicine. I'm rather in demand, you see. I've gently treated my fair share of poor, ailing little bunnies in my day, you see.
Is this an Enma reference?
I can look over you, if you'd like. Oh, come now. No need to be shy. Just leave it to me. Would a doctor steer you wrong? Daikoku places his stethoscope against you and listens closely. Oh, sounds like we've got a bit of a bug in here. No, that simply won't do. Come, lie on your side. An Enma reference? This event came way before, what's called the Bunny New Year event, so that's a bit of a surprise that they had that connection planned out before. I mean, I know it's technically interactive, but I'm sure Daikoku interacted with tons of people. Daikoku commands you like I guess he's acting out the role of Okunushi right now. Daikoku commands you like a real doctor who holds absolute dominion over his patient, which is you. What's the matter? Don't believe me. His words aren't convincing enough. Are convincing enough, you almost want to believe he isn't lying. Yes. Now this is quite the fierce bug. A parasite even. Oh no! Oh my. This is not looking good. Now, no need to worry. You'll be fine if you follow everything I say, I assure you. First, let's rub you with this ointment. This is a rather elaborate favor we're paying back. Just for like some steam bun or whatever it was. Ugh, now that was quite quite an ordeal. I have to understand though, that to communicate the gravity of my quest, why, I had no choice. Finishing your game of pretend, the two of you return to the hot springs to warm up again. So, what the fuck was that? Yeah, right, you're having fun. Police! What was I supposed to get from that? Seriously, what the fuck was that? You understood what I was capable of from my roles alone. I did not need to say a word. Okay. So we knew he was a police officer and a doctor without him directly saying he was, maybe? If you had not accepted my authority and abilities as a police chief or doctor, the relationships we played out would have been impossible. In much the same way, if I am not seen as Daikoku in Tokyo, then I will be unable to act as Daikoku. I see. So, yeah, this is just harping on again about the thin wall that separates him from Onamuchi, who's currently serving everyone else inside right now. Which is why they look so similar, but can still have two different existences. And normally, you know, for pretty much everyone else in this game who suffers something like this, it actually is a threat, but Daikoku seems to sustain a decent existence separate from Onamuchi or Okunoshi, because, you know, it seems that's just how it is in real life too, with somehow people just having this double think, or yeah, he's Daikoku, and he's Okinonushi historically, but people also treat Daikoku as a separate thing without thinking about Okinonushi. So I think that's why Daikoku is harping on about that, because he's a unique case of a, what's called, mythological separation by that. If everyone sees me as well, something else, then I will become that something else whether I wish to or not. Is that just how transients are? And that's why I kept the game up. And you want me to keep quiet? Build my lifeline. It's something I simply can't compromise on. There is no point in returning to Tokyo as the one who lost to Tenjin in Kuniyuzuri. So his entire point is to usurp Amaterasu as Daikoku, not as Okinonushi, where it's impossible. If I don't go back as the one who has never lost to Amaterasu, then victory will never find me. Now, if your agreement eludes me, then I'm afraid I'll have to rely on other means too. I guess I have no choice. Now that comes as a surprise. I thought I would be met with more opposition. But after all, we've had our fair shares of falling outs. Us and no one, and one of those who resides within you. Susano, I suppose. The one who he comes there and then gave him the title of Okinonushi. I'm surprised to see how much you've accepted what a large role I had in getting us through all this. Hey, I'm genuinely grateful. I'm glad you're around. I wouldn't complain like that. Daikoku peers into your eyes. His looked probing. Ah, I see. I suppose my read of you was too cynical. To receive your acknowledgement with that argument has left me unexpectedly rattled. Ages ago, past self of mine sought that same acknowledgement from his ancestor. Now while this is not a full compensation, I would like to give you a warning. I don't want us to go on our merry ways with me still owing you a favor after all. Now listen to me and listen well. No matter what anyone says, you are never to think that you yourself are Susano. Even if others call you the spitting image, nay, the second coming of a hero because you wield their rule, do not internalize such praise. Alright? What makes you say that? You are able to use Susano's rule because every soul here sees you as him. They see him in you. However, if you should take his mantle upon yourself and act as he, your existence as yourself will lose its meaning. We are born with nothing in this world. As mere vessels, we are assigned roles, which we form ourselves around. Some are assigned to be police officers, some doctors, some as kings of countries, all roles given by others. Everyone accepts these roles for their own sake at first. That is who they are. Eventually, though, priorities reverse. They begin to behave in ways they believe suits their role for the sake of the rule that they wield. Yet, what if in doing this, you allow the role of another to take over your life? To swallow it up, you will live, I'm afraid, as someone who is not you. This is a bit confusing, to be honest. The moment you become someone else, well, the game of your life shall find its conclusion. I don't really follow. Are you Daikoku? I guess if it's more like he's talking about Okinanushi again, but I still don't. Is this? We still haven't come across the choice that Irby's talking about, I'm guessing. So this is like you. Is this the right one? Are you sure, Irby? Okay, if you say so. Precisely. Yet, I had a wish I wanted to have granted, even if that meant casting my own individuality aside. It's a bit confusing what he's trying to say here with us, though. I guess by accepting Susanoo, we would become them and lose who we were before, while we built up towards. That is why I became someone else, someone not myself. That is why Okinanushi is now nowhere to be found. He's right there! My game will be over before long. It would please me to at least witness the end of those accursed Tenjin. Earthen, there is one last thing I would like to ask of you. I'm all ears. Would you praise me for a job well done? All this has left me a touch worn out, you see. So apparently I'm supposed to hold him tight here. Okay, sure. There you go. It's the sex option! And then we get more story out of this, apparently. Ugh. Oh. For all my life, and as long as I can remember, I've been hated, criticized by all. Even my own siblings, blood of my blood and flesh of my flesh, attempted to slay me. This earned them passage to hell. Eventually, at the end of the path, met you, Susanoo, my ancestor. Oh, how horrible the child's word that you gave me, Susanoo. I could only think that you surely hated me. And that hatred is all that remains in me. As I am now, that hatred is my everything. Yet I overcame that many trials you had given me and won your acknowledgement. That is when I gained the name Okinanushi. It was not given to me. No, that was something I earned. Something I won. The pride of that victory, as I know. So apparently Okinanushi doesn't exist. Only Onomuchi, who's inside right now, and Daikoku. So Okinanushi is the in-between, which Daikoku himself kind of deleted out of existence so that he could beat Amaterasu. So that means he is actually Okinanushi, but he is not Onomuchi, kind of. And the only reason that Onomuchi and Daikoku are able to exist in the same place is because Daikoku deleted that existence of Okinanushi by taking up a new identity so that they can then coexist as two different things. Maybe. Kind of. That's my interpretation. The pride of that victory is, as I am now, my everything. It is the beginning of the hatred I could never let go of. Silence fills the air for a moment as Daikoku falls quiet, as if to savor the feeling. Tell me, how does it feel to finally know the vulnerability I've kept hidden so well? This is, of course, a plot to encourage our corrupt relationship. I may be able to make use of you yet. I wouldn't mind the corruption. Then let's just throw our fates in together. You really do go on, you villain. I'm glad to hear you say that so cheerfully. It's of great power, you see. Come then, let us dirty our hands together. Oh, I just can't wait. Daikoku plants a kiss on your thigh, ooh, leaving a remark behind after a moment of sharp pain. Did he bite it? He looks down at you with a satisfied smile which actually appears genuine for a change. Your last bit of time together in hell is over before you know it. The group ends up returning to life the next day. Perhaps the mark that Daikoku left on your body tells you something about your relationship, and how it will change now that you're back in Tokyo. Oh my god, he branded us! He made us our property! What's it called? When you nibble someone and you brand them? I forgot what it's called. Something them. The scene in this variant is really just him waiting for us to not spring so. Oh yeah, right. Actually, I guess Daikoku did use this right there. Love bite. That might be the term. Maybe. Anyway, Zhurong time! It's Zhurong! Macaque's pool. Oh, it's Macaque's pool. I guess it's back to Tokyo. Yeah, I guess there's like not really. We already hung out with Zhurong in the main quest, so everyone else we were hanging out in hell. But here, I guess the only other time we can hang out with Zhurong since we already hung out in hell is in the real world. Anyway, Anyway, I don't know if that revealed too much extra story of stuff that we didn't already know. Okay, PG Black, stop failing to load. Zhurong sits on a bench after class, waiting for you to arrive. After the ordeal in the afterlife, a mysterious sponsor popped up and offered money for a new Macaque's pond building. Since it's been completed, you and Zhurong are going to give it a visit.
Desserts in here yet?
Zhurong smiles with pure joy as he glances down at the photo in his hands. I'm pretty sure that's the evaluation subtitle I gave for Zhurong. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know he was written like that, but he really is like that. He's like, no, you can't be bugged, Zhurong. Don't get awaked. Never awaked. Alright. Load probably stop BG Black failing. Yeah, I don't know why it's failing so much. Never happened like this before. Probably due to all the what's called folder restructuring and the language changes that need to be done as a result. If any of you are watching and your game is bugged, yeah, that's been a fix that's been going around to fix the bugs. You change the language of your thing to English.
We got Zhurong! The stars in here yet?
Zhurong smiled with pure joy as he glanced down on photos in his hands. Sorry, wait for the wait, Zhurong. What was that photo you're looking at?
It's funny of two of us. It came out really great, huh? I love it. It's one of my favorites. Oh, yeah, how about we take another shot before we go to the Macaque pond? Come on, over here and have a seat.
Zhurong grabs your hand and sits you down on your bench and pulling you down in his tiny flat. And then he places the camera on the ledge, sets up timer, pads back over to the bench, and plops down beside you. Then, despite looking shy, he takes your arm in his and squeezes it tight.
Now I've got another treasure. Thanks, bro.
Oh, please don't come, bro.
Alright, let's get going. I can't wait to see somebody kiss the bathhouse.
Your voice is fucking dying.
I really heard it's fancy and clean. There's a footpath too. I will try.
Should be the lozenge. This looks like exactly the same.
Oh, look at this place. It's just like going to Muji's. It feels like we stepped right back into the afterlife. It's incredible.
We shall not be calling anyone the B word and today. Nothing but the B word, please. Together, you and Zhurong approach the hot springs, but you're all lit up and glittering like the starry night sky. After you sink yourselves into one of them, Zhurong sits himself on your lap, and he's like, oh my god, he's so cool, seriously. Oh my god. Zhurong leans back, pressing his weight against you. Then he pulls up the waterproof case with his camera in it and fiddles with it a bit.
Check this out! The photo we had someone else take when we were all played together is finally ready! Remember, it's our old plate that came in the hot springs, sir. Daikoku and Dr. Macaque were good at it.
Are you like
getting headbats when I went too? I mean, really happy.
Zhurong looks joyfully reminiscent. Oh my god, my voice cannot keep up. I am gonna fucking die after this event.
This next one's of Shalon and Horkeu Kamui. One sign.
I still haven't taken notes for tomorrow's discussion.
Their boats are tough and strong. They could hang down from either of their arms and they'd totally be fine.
Yeah, they're both great photos. Hey, I didn't get a headband when I was one.
Huh? Really? You did? Well, I can't give you a headband now.
Mofu. Zhurong timidly turns to face you, then pats your head. Oh my god! You haven't realized how far we have to bend down? Because he's so tiny. Just like the size of this. This is literally his size.
There's it.
Aww.
Zhurong! Seeing you smile like that makes me pretty happy too. Oh hey, there's a bunch more photos I want to show you. Let me know if there's anything you liked a lot too. I'll use them as references.
How about you, Zhurong? Any photos you particularly like?
Good question. How about this one? And this one.
He shows you a photo of the two of you taken when you first reunited at Macaque's pond. Ah, good choice. Yeah, what a cute pic. You really like me, huh?
Do I? I mean, yeah, I do like you, but you know, in a different way. It feels like the Zhurong inside me really enjoys being around you too. Oh, and the upperclassmen have been getting really loud lately whenever they see photos of us together. Like this. Oh my god.
Second losers.
Like they'll say, oh no, we lost Zhurong! What do you think they mean? What did they mean by this?
Oh my god, that's so cute. That's so cute. Those crazy upperclassmen. Zhurong hops off your left, takes your hand, and smiles at you.
Hey, since we're here, let's check out the other hot springs. I hear they're actually real different from Onimichi's place.
Hey, don't run here. Alright, let's go in all of them. Okay, so what's that? You and Zhurong explore every inch of this hot spring on offer. Zhurong is so excited by how accurately recreated the springs are that his enthusiasm for dipping into them is boundless.
Those springs were great, Arson! I think I was in them a little too long, though. I feel kind of lightheaded.
We should visit again sometime soon. Let me let me run the dry on you. Arms up.
Sure. Bonsai!
Zhurong raises his arms with a bashful but amused smile. The two of you finish changing, and you turn to head towards the lockers to get the rest of your things out. Before you can take a step, however, you feel a tug on your sleeve. You turn to see Zhurong staring glumly at the floor. Looking at that drip.
Hey, when we leave the bathtubs, it'll be time for me to split up and go home, right? I don't want to go back yet. I want to keep spending time with you. Oh, Zhurong!
Welcome back, user 15. He's sleepily rubbing his eyes, but his words sound heartfelt. Oh, Zhurong, go shy. You're just so cute. What to do? Oh my god, you're so cute.
You know, Sarjigo.
You know,
Sarjigo, and there's an empty room we could spend the night in. So how about we sleep together tonight? Can we please?
I'll fall asleep quickly. Fine, but only for today. Come on, you little booger.
Yay, thanks,
Bro. Please don't call me that. All of Zhurong's sadness turns to joy as he jumps up and down and he grabs your hand to lead the way.
I'm so glad we got to spend the night here. Oh, let me change to yukata.
Zhurong dashes out of sight and you can hear his clothes rustling and as he changes.
Ta-da! Look! Isn't it just like the yukata I wore on the other side?
Looks exactly the same, actually. You planned this from the start, huh?
Oh, well,
Something.
I just, I didn't want to say goodbye. Oh, look, the bed's here, it's really nice and soft. Oh, let's lie down and relax.
Yo, nibbies. This does seem kind of fun. Sure, let's lie down and chat. See personal shot your face.
Go right ahead, I'll just prank you back later.
Zhurong grabs your arms and treats you to a smile of bottomless joy.
It's so nice and warm, isn't it? I think this is the first time I slept in bed with someone. Like, I was all alone when I came to Tokyo.
You are pretty far from your school dorm. I'll be here, you won't be alone. Where do you want to go next?
You're really offering? Well, how about we go to that nearby amusement park then? Oh, and there's gonna be a festival soon, so I want us to go there too. And that, there's so many things I don't know what to pick.
Zhurong goes on and on, greatly enjoying himself while his chattering goes fast to his excitement. Right when you think he's just about to be satisfied, he buries his face on your chest.
Oh, Arson, I'm really glad I got to meet you and the others. And I'm here now because you and the others stopped me back then. So, if you never need anything, just ask me.
He looks up from your chest and treats you to a bashful smile. Then the warm covers inviting sleep and he lets out a big yawn and rubs his eyes. How about we turn in for now?
Yeah, good idea. It kind of feels like a waste to go to sleep already, but I know you'll be right here beside me when I wake up.
Though he has agreed to go to sleep, Zhurong isn't closing his eyes. Zhurong, little bugger, go to sleep. You need to go to sleep, little bugger. Before you can ask why, though, he speaks up.
Hey, Arson, could you pat my head a little? I think that will really help me fall asleep. Please?
Someone's a needy boy today. Hey, there. Okay. Zhurong looks at you with those big round eyes and his smiles. a few minutes later, he is fast asleep. Even after he starts snoring, you hear him whisper your name, and it's sleep has various expressions stuck on his lips. Oh my god! Perhaps he's thinking he's dreaming of the rainbow-colored future your meeting has given him, and all of its boundless possibilities. Oh my god. Zhurong. It's so cute. Pure joy. Like, legit, I'm pretty sure that's the subtitle I gave his rating for his unit review. Jeez. Anyways, let's head over to the thingy.
Oh my gosh, Zhurong!
Zhurong again! Zhurong. Alright, let's switch to over here, please. That was a 3-hour plus stream, but I'm happy because Zhurong was there the entire way, and my voice has been shredded from all the high-pitched voice acting, but it was worth it because Zhurong's amazing. But yeah, the Daikoku story, it didn't really tell us anything too new, so I was kind of surprised RB was insistent on it. I mean, we kind of knew the entire thing, to be honest, but it was at least it made a fact of the things that we were only speculating on, I suppose. Like, we knew that he was doing to retain his own identity, but it was kind of just spelled out exclusively there, and it would be the same for anyone, because that's the rules of Tokyo. Besides that, what else did Daikoku even say? I don't even know. It's just like something about role-playing. Something like that. But yeah, thank you for joining, everyone. My other thoughts on the rest of the story. Unfortunately, as I said, I did have a very strong idea of what the story was going to be about, with Zhurong being the cause of everything. I mean, his break kind of gives it away, but also, I unfortunately didn't know about the old one saying because fucking idiots in the Sama Court, which does not know how to shut up and talk in appropriate chat. But of course, I did not know how the resolution would turn out. And unfortunately, I still don't really understand why it was held in the underworld. That was like kind of glossed over, I think. I don't fully understand why the entire thing took over place with Lord Enma, or why it was like some sort of amalgam of underworld things in between us. I understand Zhurong, killed everyone. Actually, maybe that's the reason why. Maybe everyone legitimately died, but because of people's belief of the afterlife, they all went to hell. That actually doesn't make sense. Why would everyone believe they went to hell? Wouldn't they rather believe they'd go to heaven? Why would they all want to believe they went to hell? What is going on here? Maybe some people went to heaven and some people went to hell, and we just have to go to hell because we are big gay sluts that has sex with everyone in Tokyo. I don't know about everyone else, but maybe that's the case. Maybe it wasn't actually everyone in Tokyo that ended up here, but yeah, I don't know. That also wouldn't be narratively consistent because we rescued everyone through the bow, which was only found in hell. Which means, if people went to heaven too, then, they certainly weren't rescued by the bow. I guess they're still dead. I don't even know. It's just an inside guilt. I guess there was a connection with him wanting to see. It was mentioned only in passing, but what's it called? It could have been Zhurong brought them to hell because he wanted to see everyone's impurities. And corruptions from purity. I believe that was mentioned in passing, something like that a few times, but the connection was tenuous when it came to why they brought them specifically to the underworld. So I don't fully understand it. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah. Individual role assessment. Horkeu Kamui, we had sex with him, because of course, it's Horkeu Kamui. It was much more subtle than I thought it would be, just he said the most basic line. I'm gonna be preying on you now. You asked for this, and then, I'll give him credit. There was one cheeky joke about it hurting after, which you don't usually get after, which is nice. But not as rated R as you'd expect it to be when we got a lot more suggestive before. I'll have to see the others at my own free time, so same for you guys. Make sure you check out Charlotte, Sarahiko's, and Miniaki's after. But yeah, Zhurong's was so adorably cute. And Daikoku's was informally then confirmed some nice things about his own story. The existence of Onomuchi in the world was still a bit confusing as well, though. I'm guessing if it was a manifestation of people's beliefs of that sense of the underworld, then it wasn't just, making something come into reality. It was also, bringing close the world of Tokyo to an existing world of the underworld from across the different worlds. Because this Onomuchi thing, I don't know if he can just manifest like that easily. It seems like he was more so directly brought from some time past. I don't know how it works directly. I don't know. Maybe like Onomuchi only exists as concept within the underworld, and because the underworld was brought back, he he necessarily entailed to come back there as well. I don't know. It's like the world building in this was a bit sus. I'm not gonna lie, but overall the plotline was Zhurong being able to kill everyone instantly because he's just that cute. I was like, I'm sold 100%. Like the best story ever because Zhurong can kill everyone. Zhurong can just like ban a snap, everyone dies, and then it's like we all go to hell, and none of the true guilds or whatever the shits they are can do anything about it because Zhurong is just too fucking cute and too powerful for this world. Subject is he's pretty cute. I'll have to see it after. Maybe we'll be in a VR beach someday. Please, no more beach and or VR events. We've had enough. Funny how the theme is literally hell, but we don't see a single shogun anywhere. Yeah, I mean, we only saw a few glimpses of different types of the underworld, including like what's called Wano Kuni's versions of ogres, and you know, some references to like the desert hell of Aru with South Shore. You know, the boiling puddles of lava with, I guess that might be Penglai with the poison. I don't even know. Then there's like literal lava at some point, I'm pretty sure too. But yeah, it was not very much of the Eden type hell of a Gehenna. Very low feature of Gehenna, to be honest, which is a big surprise. But yeah, I think I rattled on long enough. Definitely, it was the Zhurongest event of Zhurong this time, so it was the best ever. Anyway, I think I have figured out enough, so I'm closing off here. That's all for now, kiddies. Catch you next time.